Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey, I'm Shawn Mendes.
This is Selena Gomez.
Drizzy Drake.
Taylor Swift.
Post Malone.
Camila Cabello.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Right here. Turn up.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show. I can feel
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
$20,000. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, Adele. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, man. What's up?
Hey, I was just calling to see if you guys can play Password. You haven't played that in a while?
You know what's so funny? I was just thinking about that last night.
Really? Yeah,
I was trying to figure out the last time we played the game Password.
It was probably like sometime in 2018.
I don't even remember how to play Password.
You don't?
No. How did we do that?
Maurie gets a word and he has to, without using the word, kind of describe it to Mocha. So Mocha guesses the password.
Like, for example, if you gave me a piece of paper and the clue was house, I would then look at Mocha and be like, you live in this.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. I think we can probably put Password together for you. That won't take that long.
Awesome. And the best thing is it goes along with the social distancing. So, then it won't be a problem.
Thank you for thinking of our safety, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's been forever.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
All right, buddy.
Okay, cool.
Give us a couple minutes, okay?
Cheers. Take care.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, are you ready?
I am ready.
Dan and Maurie, are you ready?
Hell yeah.
Live from the Roz and Mocha studios in the greatest city in the world, it's time to play Password.
All right.
Here to introduce you to today's contestants, your host, Roz Weston.
Well, thank you, everybody. Maury, you're going to pass away. We need 2 contestants for this game.
That's so true.
Contestant number 1, Mocha Frat, returning yet again.
Hello. So glad to be here.
Still looking for the right clue to move on. And damn it, Maury, welcome again.
Thank you for having me back.
How this works? Is very much like Password, where one contestant will have a word in front of them. They will try and describe that word to their partner without using the actual word.
That being you.
Once your partner gets one right, we will switch places, and then they will get to describe a word to you. Now, we've been playing this game. It's very interesting if this is the first time you've ever hearing it. We've been playing this game since 2015.
Yes.
It is still Maury's turn.
And forever Maury's turn, apparently.
Does that make me really good at this?
No, because you've never given Mocha a clue that he actually got.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay? At all. So, gentlemen, are you ready?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So for everybody listening at home, they can't hear me right now, so I will tell you guys the password while I turn down their headphones, okay? The password is drawer, like a chest of drawers, drawer. Okay, Maury. So again, Maury, you have a word in front of you. Mm-hmm. Please describe what that is without actually saying the word. Mocha, do your best to try and guess.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like a person. They might use a pencil. They might use like pastels.
A painter. A painter.
They might, they have a vision in their mind, and then they put it onto something.
A magician.
They bring these images to life with different utensils.
Utensils.
Wow.
A painter? No.
Not
a doctor?
No. Maury, what's the word in front of you?
Drawer.
Nope, the word is drawer.
Bro!
Shem's dying in the other room right now.
Come on, man!
How did you not get that? It said pastels.
Okay, no more. The word's drawer.
Oh.
Okay, Maury, still your turn. Mocha, how many seconds are on the clock?
20 seconds.
We will get to that in just 1 second. For everybody listening at home, I will turn down your headphones. The password is chronic. The password is chronic. All right, and go.
Okay, I think like you smoke it.
Marijuana.
Maybe it gets you high.
Cigarette.
Like, I think Snoop is a fan. You know.
Yeah, weed.
You breathe it in.
Bro, weed, man. Weed.
You know, it's like...
You're not talking like...
You get high from it.
Okay, hold on. Stop.
No, just you stop. The word was chronic.
Chronic. Come on, dude.
Chronic, maybe. I was looking for Maury, a like reoccurring pain. Something that keeps happening. Something that is uncomfortable and painful that you're constantly over and over again afflicted with. Chronic.
Yeah, like this game is chronic for me right now.
Wow.
Yeah, next word, please.
Okay.
I'm starting to really not like this game.
Okay, let me turn your headphones down for everybody at home. The password is facetious. The password is facetious. All right, 20 seconds on the clock. Maury, and go.
Okay, so I think it's like a cleansing process.
You think?
Something that you would use like a cold or a hot beverage. And it's like you would use it on these two parts of your body as like an exfoliant.
What?
You kind of like dangle it in front of your face.
Like you go one of those like shower the shower puff things like that, like to clean your body.
Maury, read the word on the page.
Facetouche.
Facetouche. What about facetious?
I thought it was what you clean your face and your tush with.
Facetouche.
No, the word was facetious.
Oh my God, dude. Come on. Like, do you know words?
I now know what facetouche is.
Okay, final word here. Gentlemen, I will turn down your headphones and talk to the audience now. The password is Diva Cup. The password is a Diva Cup. All right, 20 seconds on the clock. Maury, and go.
Oh my God, I wish I had one of these. Okay, like what Mariah would drink from. Madonna might use this.
Oh, a
it's
cup.
like
A chalice.
It's bedazzled. You know, it's you have to be a special kind of person to use this. Totally me.
It's a chalice.
And you know, it's I guess it would be
mug.
somewhat kind of shiny.
Okay, Maury, what's on the page?
Diva Cup.
Correct. Do you know what a Diva Cup is?
No.
It's interesting because I had this conversation yesterday. Diva Cup, it's a menstrual cup. It's an alternative to tampons. They're reusable, better for the environment.
So Mariah
we talk a ton about Diva Cups in my house. There's a giant billboard on the highway that's been there for 2 years.
For the Diva Cup?
Yes. It's not a fancy cup.
Bedazzled thing that you drink from?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I guess that's how you play password.
So next time we revisit password, unfortunately, Maury, it will still be your turn. Since 2015, it's been Maury's turn.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What else? How are you, man?
Look at you. You got some color, huh?
Oh,
You're outside with no... Does Jenna force sunscreen on you like
She
Catherine does on me?
Oh, no, she doesn't.
No, Catherine will squirt it from the deck and try and hit me with it. She'll put it on the ground. If she sees me 15 feet away, she puts a tube of sunscreen on the ground and stomps on it like it's a rocket launcher.
No, it's automatic. Like I go outside and I'm like, okay, I gotta.
Yeah. I do too.
Put sunscreen on.
I just forget, right?
I know.
And if I was against it, like if I forgot to do sunscreen and then Catherine's like, do you have sunscreen on? If I was like, no, I don't need it, get out of here with that, then I could understand her getting mad, right? Mm-hmm. But she gets mad that I forget and then immediately run inside and put it on.
Yeah.
It's as if I'm like anti-sunscreen.
I used to be anti-sunscreen.
Yeah, I know you did. So did I. I used to use Crisco.
Did you?
Yeah.
I used to use...
vegetable oil.
No, not... it wasn't
Hawaiian
oil.
Tropic.
Was it maybe that or...
Oh, like a Tropicana.
Yeah, like
Hawaii,
a spray,
Tropicana's orange juice.
Yeah.
It smells like coconuts and everything?
Yeah. What's that stuff called? That stuff smells
Hawaiian
so
Tropic.
good.
Yeah.
Is it Hawaiian Tropic?
Yeah.
The brown, and it was a brown bottle too, right?
That's the same one.
Like,
I used to
and
spray
you were
that-
just...
Bro, I used to spray that everywhere.
It was such great marketing too, because everything else in that world was all super colorful and made it look beachy and everything else. And then they just came out with like a deep brown bottle. Because when you walk through the store, you're like, that's what I want to look like.
exactly.
Right? Yeah,
I need that crispiness.
Yeah.
Nothing got you dark enough though.
No, I know it was that stuff was like, God, it's so bad for you.
Yeah, I know.
So bad
My
for you.
shoulder is all that's burnt. I didn't put anything on.
Why were you wearing a tank top in a pool this weekend?
Because if I didn't wear a tank top, I couldn't post any pictures.
Why? Who made you swim in a tank top?
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Jenna asked, she was like, does Maurie's husband Matthew really run his life that much that he's even in a swimming pool on a 35, 36 degree weather day?
Yeah.
Really make him wear a shirt.
What did
in
you
the
say?
pool. I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And here's the receipts. Yeah. So if you don't fully understand, Maurie's husband Matthew, as we know, runs his life, and for the joke has always been, you get to a certain age and men start swimming in t-shirts. But Maurie actually swims in a t-shirt. Like I was shocked yesterday because I know that we goof on it a lot, right? Like we really do. But I was shocked. I saw a picture, but the thing is that you guys are at your father's place. Like it's not even you're at a resort or a public pool. Like you're at your dad's house. And the picture was Matthew with no shirt, the dog with no shirt, but you submerged in the pool in a tank top, and all you see are the straps that are going over your shoulders, like you're wearing some sort of weirdo harness.
So at one point, did you try to take
baby Bjorn?
Did you try to take the tank top off? And then
No,
he said,
I knew that if we were gonna have a good day, I'll just leave the tank top on. It's fine because I'm like, it's my dog's first time in the pool. I want to take pictures because it's gonna be great photos. So I might as well just wear the damn tank top so that I can.
If I wore a tank top in the pool for pictures like that, why not submerge so it's just your head sticking out so we couldn't see that you're wearing a tank top?
Because I completely forgot I was in a tank top.
Right. Now, when you get out of the pool and you're in a wet tank top, at what point do you take the tank top off?
Or do you
just leave it?
I just left it on to dry. But the thing is, when you sort of have to adjust the tank top because it's all scrunched up.
I know.
It comes off.
That belly button divot looks like you got shot.
But you peel off the fabric like it's stuck to you.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not good. It's like you've been cling wrapped, right?
So did he have to tell you before you got in the pool, or was it like on the drive up to your dad's place?
Oh, the tank top was on my knapsack. Like, here you go. Like, there's no words exchanged.
He didn't give you a t-shirt because, it's summer, right? And he wants you to be comfortable.
He's like, wear this. Don't embarrass me.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Don't embarrass me in front of your dad. That's super weird.
You might as well just say that you're super gross,
right?
dude.
Yeah.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Damn it, Maurie, come on in here for a second, my love. Question for you and for Mocha. They asked an expert.
Oh, I'm glad I'm here.
Through published research on Quora. You ever go to that website, Quora, where people just ask questions and other people answer it? No? It's a weird one. You get a lot of weirdos on there.
Like there's regular questions?
Yeah, any question.
Like you can tie your shoes or something?
You ask any question, and then somebody's going to answer it on there.
Like the proper
but the
way
question
to
is,
boil an egg?
how much time will the average person spend in their life? How much time will you spend farting?
It's so funny you asked that. I just did in the other room.
Let's say we're all living to 81. Okay? How much time are you spending? First of all, do you want to take a guess at what they say, according to research, as far as how many times, if you live to 81, you will fart in your life? You want to take a guess on that?
Well, it's got to be in the thousands, for sure.
Oh, way more than that. Because if you think about how many
Like in the
times-
millions?
Well, how many times do you fart in a day? Like at least 20.
I don't know, man. Some days I can go a day without farting.
Yeah.
And then like another day, no, it's not. And then like I can go another day and like just light the place up. Like
No, but you fart when you don't even know you're farting in your sleep. It happens all the time. Like we're not only counting the farts you know.
How do you count? How
have
can
to
you quantify how many times you fart when you're sleeping? You don't know that.
No, but that's why
That's why people have done research. Let's just say you fart in your sleep.
Hold on.
Who knows?
So they asked people, you think? Hey, we want to monitor your farts while you sleep?
Yeah, they've done a lot. They got to think of the amount of years of research where they've done on sort of gastrointestinal research and all of this stuff. Like the numbers for farts are there. They just had to compile the right data. It's not that they specifically set out to
1.2 million.
1.2 million. Maurie, what are you saying?
I am going to say 3.78 million.
3.78 million. Okay, just so you both know, the number is 517,000.
Oh, that's
it? Yes. Maurie coming in big with 3.8 million. So they say the average person who lives to 81 farts 517,387.5 times in their lifetime. What does the 0.5 fart sound like?
It's like...
They say that the average fart lasts around 1 second. So that would be...
Depends on what you had for dinner.
That would be 8,623 minutes of farting.
Oh my God. That's a lot of time. That's so gross.
For a total of, in your lifetime, you will spend 143.719 hours.
Holy.
That translates to roughly 6 full days of your entire life are just spent farting 6
Can you imagine?
Days.
Can you imagine if it was all in 6 days in a row?
6 full days of your life you'll spend farting.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello, Veronique. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
So
all right.
You wrote us this. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. How do I get my mom back in the dating scene? She's been divorced from my dad since 2007 and single since 2014. She's gotten her life together since and is definitely ready for a man in her life, although she believes in fate and won't join dating sites and doesn't go out to put herself out there. And she always says, when the time is right, the right man will come up. But realistically, it won't be someone from work or from the real world since she doesn't go out. How can I help her find the perfect man? She's 40. She's a 47-year-old Quebecois and hot AF.
Damn.
Yeah.
When was the last time you talked to your mom about this?
I do it like every so often just to like hint at her that, like it's time, because at the same time, like she's home and by herself most of the time. So like I want her to put herself out there because I feel terrible when, I leave to go hang out with my boyfriend or my friends, and then she's home like bored out of her mind. So I'm like,
does she want to though? Does she really, really want to? Do you think she's ready?
I think she's ready. I think she just doesn't know how to put herself out there.
Or has
and
she
doesn't
said to you that she's ready?
Yes, definitely.
So I think that a couple of things. One, I think that you sound like a great kid. You still live at home, correct?
I do, but I'm ready to move out now. Like as soon as this COVID is over, and yeah.
So as part of this, maybe you are trying to help your mom find someone so that once you're gone, she still has somebody in her life?
Yeah, and to help her provide, because I cook and clean, and I don't want, she kind of relies on me for that, and I want someone to help her out around the house as well, too.
Yeah, so I think a lot of this is coming from you is a place of your own, I don't want to say guilt in like a negative way, but like you do, you are hesitant to leave your mom alone because it's going to break your heart. And you were pushing her into the dating world to sort of find that companionship that will maybe replace a little bit of what you provide, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Completely.
And that's a hard place to start this from because it's a lot about you and a little bit about her. And if she is sort of ready to date, but she's only comfortable with fate, then I don't know what you do. So does she have no interest at all in apps or the sort of new world of dating?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
I think she just thinks it's like weirdos that are on there, but I think for her it's just not real. Like, she's old school, and I think for her it's like bumping into someone at the grocery store, but because of COVID she's not going out. Yeah, exactly.
I think that you can persuade her to use it. I think that you could sit down and say, why don't you just look through this with me? Yeah. Right. And then, and we'll see what's out there. I think that though, what you need to stress with your mom is two things. Okay. When it comes to dating, one, this is about her. She's not looking for a new dad for you. Okay, this is all about companionship for her. So she doesn't have to go into this looking for somebody who is also going to provide for you. This is 100% about her own well-being and happiness. That's priority number one.
Definitely.
The other thing she can do is I think that you have to tell her that it's okay to sort of have secret boyfriends. Okay.
Yeah.
And that she can do a lot of this. She can go on dates. She can meet guys. She can whatever. And it's okay that she does not introduce them to you, because I think that part of all of this, when somebody gets back into the dating world, is it happens too soon, and that they are introduced to other family and their grown children too soon. And I think that she needs to, have intimacy and companionship and fun without jumping the gun and putting everybody in your family in a position to start playing family. And I think that you need to articulate that to her, that you are okay not being a part of this. And she needs to go into things with knowing what she wants as an outcome. I don't think it's going to be a good thing for your mom to just sort of play around on Tinder and use it like a toy. I think that she needs to, if somebody is not, if their intentions don't align with your mom's intentions, I think that she should pass on whoever that person is.
Yeah. Okay, so basically you guys are saying the best option would be the dating app.
Why don't you and your sister and your mom get together on the weekend and make a night of it where you just crack open, a bottle of wine and you guys sit there and on your phone or on your sister's phone or whoever, just start scrolling through the apps and show your mom how they work.
Yeah.
But just show her this kind of new world of how people are meeting and how some relationships are actually successful from this new way people are meeting.
Right. No, that actually sounds like a fun night.
Right? Keep it super casual.
Yeah. Is she opposed to joining clubs and stuff like that too? Does she just not want to be proactive in this world at all?
I don't know. I guess we've never really even looked at the option of joining a club.
Because I just worry that if your mom is 47 and French and hot AF, she's going to be a lot of people's fetish on Tinder. You know what I mean?
And obviously as her daughter, I don't want her being taken advantage of. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So do your, when you have boyfriends and stuff like that, do they ever make comments about your mom?
Yeah. Oh my God. I was through high school, all the guys always asked about my mom, and because my mom was also really involved in the school system, so they loved when she would come over, come into school.
I bet they did.
So
Yeah, you poor thing.
Definitely got teased about my mom.
Oh, you poor thing. That's the worst. Yeah. That's the worst.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I've honestly been listening since I was in middle school, and I'm almost done my last year of nursing. So
wow. Well, congratulations on that.
That's amazing. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
So I love the both of you, but Roz, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
So I was scrolling through your Instagram this morning. I just woke up 30 minutes ago, and I love your makeup tutorial.
Oh, thank you very much.
You can have that W, no problem. I'm not going to argue this one.
It's very lovely.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
You want to see Dan and Maury freak out right now?
Yeah.
Girl, I don't dance, I work.
I don't play, I slay.
I don't walk, I strut.
And then I sashay.
What you're hearing is Todrick Hall. And I was introduced to Todrick Hall by Dan and Maury because him and his husband, Dan and Matthew, are huge fans of this guy. Yo, I like this guy a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
His music's really, really good.
What's his story, More?
So he auditioned for American Idol back in 2009.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And since then...
with this kind of stuff or not this kind of stuff? He was going in and...
No, he did I guess covers of things. And then I guess he realized during that he started doing his original stuff and then realized he has this really awesome talent to do really amazing dance songs, right? Anthems. Right. And then he started working with Taylor Swift. He directed and starred in one of her videos, and he has his own music that is really, really great stuff.
He's got a COVID song called Mask, Glove, Soaps, Scrubs.
Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs, TikTok, Grubhub, Twinks, Jocks, Bears, Cubs, Zoom is the new club. 6 feet, no hugs, still beat the cheese, mug, sick beat, cut a rug. Joe Exotic is a thug. Kitty cat, tell me Carol Baskin, where is the husband? Everyone's asking. Stimulus check, everybody better cash in masking.
You know what I appreciate about a guy like Todrick Hall is that he found his lane and he's sticking to it.
Yeah.
You know, all the songs sound very similar.
When he played in Toronto, the place was sold out. It was packed.
Oh, yeah, of course.
People want to dance, man.
I wish Todrick Hall was a lot, not to disrespect his talent, but I think he has more than enough talent to be on the level of a Lizzo or Doja Cat or Katy Perry in the kind of world that we live in where we're playing these songs on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish more of his songs were being treated that way.
He is the cover, on the cover of the new Billboard magazine for the Pride issue.
And Maury was like super excited because he got to Zoom chat with him the other day, right?
Yeah.
When I say black, gay in America, what does that mean to you today?
It means progress in some ways. It means more representation, more visibility, but it also means misunderstood. I think that misunderstood is the first thing that comes to mind. Like, it is a dangerous place for a gay black man, especially a part of the queer community just in general. If you are an African-American trans woman, it is a very dangerous place for you to be right now. And so in some ways you have to wake up, and if you want to look at it through an optimistic view and see the glass half full, it feels like it is becoming more and more safe with representation like Karamo and RuPaul and movies like Moonlight, and also Billy Porter slaying the game in the runways and the Emmy Award shows the way he is. But on that same token, every night that someone is getting a step forward, we're taking a step backwards because our people are being killed and our people are being beat up, and hate crimes are still a thing. Even though right now we're fighting for bigger issues, there are people who are still becoming victims of hate crimes every day. So that's the world that we live in, and I choose to try to be optimistic as much as I possibly can be.
So was he supposed to be here for Pride? Is that the deal?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How was, were you like super nervous talking to him?
I have never been this nervous in a long time for an interview because of who he is.
Anthony?
Okay, I haven't been in this nervous since Anthony. Because of who Todrick...
Channing Tatum?
Okay. I was very nervous. Very, very nervous. Because I didn't want to screw it up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to screw it up. I worked so hard on getting this guy, and he's really outspoken and really good at what he has to say.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't want to mess it up.
Yeah. So if people want to learn more about Todrick Hall, or they want to check the
full interview is on all of the KISS socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, everywhere.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Dan Maury. At KISS925 is where you can find that.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ja Rule is getting clowned on.
That was literally that was just coming out of my mouth. So what is this? Explain this thing to me.
Hold on.
I see Ja Rule trending.
Now, he's trending for two reasons.
Oh, okay.
Because he posted a video yesterday on IG of him performing in, it looks like somebody's condo, right? And there's like maybe 15 people there. And the caption reads, "Thanks for all the love. If you want an exclusive experience such as this one, book me on," and then he's got a link to this website. It says safe personal performances. FYI, I'm not cheap. LMAO. Link in bio. Hashtag chess, not checkers.
Maury, can you find out how much it is to have Ja Rule play in my living room for me?
$5,500.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's what it read
Really?
in. So, because I was scrolling through the comments to see what people are saying, right?
Yeah.
And,
Can I?
Somebody said $5,500.
The first thing I'm going to do when COVID is over and the borders are open is I'm booking Ja Rule. I'll even pay for his flight.
Wow.
Premium economy, not first class.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm going to book him. I'm going to get him to come to my house.
Yeah.
He's going to do a show in my living room, and I'm going to film the whole thing, and all it's going to be is me alone just sitting on the couch watching it. having a tea, and I don't even drink tea.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit and stare at him.
That would be so weird.
And I'm going to film the whole thing.
So the other reason why Ja Rule was trending is because he was like in this commercial where he's half-assing it for a Greek restaurant. I think it's in California.
Yeah.
It's California, right?
Yeah,
in
it's
LA.
LA, yeah.
This Greek restaurant in LA, and he's just like reading everything off of his phone.
And it's like a green screen, right?
It's a green screen.
Yeah.
And people are clowning on his socks that he's wearing because you can see his socks, and he's trying to read like some of the menu items.
Okay.
Right? And he's just getting everything wrong. Just everything.
It make you want to slap your mama. Papa Cristo's got the best motherfucking gyros you ever ate in your life. So good. They want to think of, you got to have pitas. Papa Cristo pitas. They got everything. I'm going to just give you a rundown of some of my favorites. They got tzatziki. Hold on. Octopi tequila. Well, whatever, but it's good. Abolano soup. Copper pizza. And they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Cristo's. You can't even pronounce the food. It's so good. Show them what you working with, Papa. Show them how you do it.
Hey, Papa. Hey, where are you? Papa Cristo, are you here? Papa Cristo, are you here?
Come on down to Papa Cristo's, 2771 West Boulevard, Pico. Or you can call right now and get it delivered. Papa Cristo's. Ooh, make you want to do the dance.
So that's Ja Rule doing an ad that appeared on Twitter for a Greek restaurant in LA. And he got the address, the street name wrong and everything.
Man, he's got some bills, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When you're doing condo shows for $5,500 and then selling tzatziki on a green screen. And don't get me wrong, I am all for doing what you got to do, man. I got a lot of respect for people who do what you got to do. But for somebody like Ja Rule, you just get the sense that he put himself in this position, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The baby has a name, Roz.
Which baby?
The baby giraffe at the Toronto Zoo.
Oh, yeah. So they were doing a contest, right?
Yeah. And they had a list of all these names.
Okay.
And they allowed the public to go online and start voting. And then they announced the name yesterday.
I missed it because, like everybody else, I was just outside enjoying the weather. But
CEO of the Toronto Zoo joins us right now. Dolph DeYoung, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great.
So Baby Longlegs has an official name, huh?
She sure does. 20,000 votes later, we have Amani Inistag.
What does that mean? Because I know we went through them.
Amani means peace, and that was the one that I said was my favorite name.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And so is there two names or just one name?
There's two names. The Amani is the Swahili name for peace, as Mocha highlighted, and Inistag, she's this absolutely incredible giraffe researcher. She's 87 years old, and in the 50s, she actually went to South Africa to learn more about giraffes. Didn't ever put her first name down, so people didn't know she was a woman, and is like our very own Jane Goodall, Diane Fossey, but no one knows about her, an Order of Canada recipient.
There you go. I like that. Was there a close second?
Not really.
No,
the public really got behind this.
Do you think it's because it was one of the shorter names and the easier ones to pronounce?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about it, whether it was that simplicity, and the irony is Anne Inistag now and Amani Inistag have the same initials as well, which was a really cool coincidence.
And I saw the photo that was posted of, it looks like a blanket that reads Amani on it. And then, like, these cute little booties. But, like, for real, you're not putting them booties on the giraffe, right?
No, I don't know. It'll be a pretty tough time to get her to get all four on. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, how's everything going at the zoo right now?
You know what? The scenic safari has been amazing. We're really excited. We're hoping to hear about announcements today as far as Toronto moving to the next level and we can start hosting members back. So we'd like to think we're getting close. Everybody's doing their part to flatten the curve, and we can't wait to get guests back.
Yeah, but the drive-through has been such a hit. I see videos all the time online of people, of families with this experience. It's been great.
Yeah, we're seeing about 1,000 vehicles a day, and people are just so eager to get out, to reconnect with their zoo, to be in nature safely, and we've been blown away by the community support.
How ready are you in the sense that if they say you can, if they make the announcement today and they say by Friday all of these things can open, are you ready to go by Friday, or like how much time do you need when they say go?
We would love a few weeks, but if we only have a week, we'll take some steps to get things in place for our members and hope to have the general public back soon after that.
Okay.
Amazing. CEO of the Toronto Zoo, Dolph DeYoung. Always a pleasure chatting with you on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you, sir.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to give a shout out to Lethbridge, Kiss 107.7 out in Lethbridge. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show this summer. So hello to everybody in Lethbridge. Hello to everyone at Kiss 102.7 in Kingston, Kiss 105.3 in Ottawa, Kiss Radio in Vancouver, and Kiss 91.7 in Edmonton, who are all part of the Roz and Mocha Show family. And of course, Kiss 92.5 in Toronto.
See?
Where we do the show from. Has anyone figured out yet where and how people in New York City, Boston, Chicago, and LA are getting fireworks?
So there's
because every night,
there's conspiracies. Let's do the conspiracies first.
Because if you don't know, every single night in New York, Boston, Chicago, and LA, fireworks
all
have been
up California
going off like crazy,
like professional, high grade, very expensive fireworks.
They look nice.
With the unemployment rates that they have, I don't know where these people are getting the money to buy fireworks. But the conspiracy is that it's the government and or the police that are using the fireworks to disrupt, to keep people up at night. Yes.
No.
Yes.
To keep them up at night?
Yes, to disrupt people's lives, to keep them up at night, to cause anxiety, to cause anything else.
For what? That's
various reasons. It is a nuisance, but yes, it angers people. Okay.
What did we ever do to you?
Okay. So then
trying to be safe indoors.
And also you have to understand that in places like New York City, it's like even getting fireworks into New York City, you can't buy fireworks in New York City in Manhattan, right? Like you can't do it. You can't transport that stuff across bridges.
Too dangerous.
It's illegal. And so you have to start looking at where these people are getting the fireworks. And then I started reading stories where somebody saw somebody lighting off fireworks and they asked them where they got them. And their answer was, I don't know, somebody just handed them to us. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But also believable.
Then you have the conspiracies of all these fireworks going off, and people say that the next day they walk through their neighborhoods and there's no fireworks debris anywhere. There's no little, like the little brown tubes falling from the sky. Nothing
Who's
like
cleaning
that.
Up after busting off fireworks?
I'm just saying.
Who? Tell me.
Okay, but then you get to the sort of, reality behind everything, and that is we are like a week and a bit away from the 4th of July. And all 4th of July activities and gatherings have been canceled. So what you have now are these fireworks stores unloading everything because they're not going to get the payday on 4th of July, which is their biggest payday of the year. So they're letting things go super cheap and people are bored as hell. And then one person starts it and you know what happens after that.
But in places like New York, Boston, Chicago, and LA.
Yes.
With the amount of people that they have in each of those cities.
Yes.
There are cameras everywhere, like on the streets. I'm not talking about residential neighborhoods who have like Nest cams and Ring cams set up everywhere and security cams set up everywhere.
Yes.
I'm talking like run by the city.
Right.
How have none of these cameras caught anyone transporting or using fireworks?
Because it's extremely difficult to do that. I could stand in the alley between my house and the house next to me and launch a rocket into the air. Nobody would ever know where it came from. It's a firework. You don't have to be in an open area to do it. You just need a little hole to shoot it through. Shut up.
No, I'm done with that joke. I'm done. Don't worry. I'm not saying it no more.
Okay. I'm just saying it's very easy. If you want to be stealthy and light off fireworks, you can do it. Now, should you?
Well,
this is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Welcome to Phase 2, Toronto.
No, wait, hold on now.
What?
Don't jump the gun.
You can go places and do things.
Tomorrow. You're going to get people ticketed today, Holmes.
Well, as of like 12:01. Here's my question, right?
Yes, sir. Go.
Because bars and restaurants, patios only, okay?
Yeah.
You can't go in, you can't have a sit-down meal. You can sit down outside. You can still go in and get takeout.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, with the liquor laws the way they are, you can sell alcohol until 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., right? If phase 2 goes into effect at 12:01 a.m., can an establishment be open at that time?
Yes.
And seat people on patios?
Yes.
1,000%.
Yes, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, you gonna hit up a patio tonight?
Obviously, I'm in bed at 10 to 9 every night.
Sorry, Maury. You just got assigned.
Oh, man. Do you think there'll be lineups?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
I think so. Yeah,
it's going to be mad, and I don't know what they're going to do. There's going to be a lot of people standing around, not singing and dancing, because that's apparently still the rule, right?
Yeah,
from last week. It's so stupid. So this whole rule with singing and dancing, now the patios are going to be open in Toronto. And everybody was all up in arms and goofing on it, and no singing and dancing. I think that's a rule that should actually stay.
No singing and dancing?
Yes.
Why?
Who wants to be on a patio where somebody stands up and starts singing on a patio? First of all, when does that ever happen?
Okay.
And if they do, everybody collectively rolls their eyes at them. And they're just like, oh, God,
I was on a patio in wine country and started singing Portuguese music, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, and everybody looked at you like, oh, God, sit down.
Yeah.
Just stop. We're trying to enjoy ourselves here. There's a place for that. This
that means
patio
happy birthday,
in wine
too.
country is not.
You know that means happy birthday.
Done. I'm fine without happy birthday as well.
Pause on
Why?
that.
Why?
Come on.
You can still hum it.
Humming counts as singing.
Right? No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
No,
humming is not singing.
Happy Birthday is such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
I can't hate on anyone singing, or even a group of people singing Happy Birthday.
No, do it at your own home.
To a friend that they're meeting up with.
No, do it at your own home. Hum it if you're in public. Right?
Let's just. I just need to know what this would
It
sound
still
like.
is beautiful. It still is. Shem, come in
Shem,
here.
get
Help
in
us
here,
out, please.
You
I'm not going to be able to hum my way through this.
You have the most beautiful voice.
We're
of
humming.
anybody in this room.
We're humming. Okay?
Okay, ready?
No words, everybody.
First of all, hold on. Determine what humming is.
What's that?
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you our. I know that we do this with everybody on the phone, but let me give you our starting note here first, gentlemen.
If it is your birthday, by the way, today, shout out to you. Happy birthday.
Okay, here we go.
We're not going to sing it, but we're going to hum it.
We are going to hum it.
This may take place at some patios.
I can't be the only one that wants that rule to stick around forever. You know when you're on a patio
You
having
are the
dinner
only one.
and some a-hole just starts dancing in between the tables? Sit down. Here we go. Humming.
Okay, ready?
Lips closed, gentlemen.
1, 2, 3.
See? Perfect.
Oh my God.
Make a wish.
Thanks, guys. It was beautiful. I can't wait to celebrate with you again next year.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Drag queen extraordinaire Brooke Lynn Hites appeared on season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race. She placed second and became a fan favorite and is now a resident judge on Drag Race Canada, premiering July 2nd on Crave. And with Pride just around the corner, things are obviously going to be a little bit different this year. Brooke Lynn Hites, what up? It's Roz and Mocha.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Let's go back here. So a year ago, Pride was a very different thing. You're getting ready to go on floats, coming off Drag Race, all this stuff. Think about how much has changed in just this year. Can you articulate everything that you've gone through?
Oh my God, it's been such a crazy year. It really has. I honestly this last couple of months was the first time in a couple of years I've been able to stop and think about everything that's happened, and it's just been insane. And I mean, now Pride is very, very different this year, and we're not able to celebrate in the way that we were last year, but that doesn't mean we can't still celebrate and really reflect on what Pride means to us, and also take an opportunity to educate ourselves about what Pride is and how it started and why that's such an important message still in today's world.
And what are you doing this year because Pride is so different? How are you connecting with your fans or connecting potentially with new fans and spreading the word?
Well, like I just said, I've been educating myself. I've been watching documentaries. I've been reading books about the Stonewall riots and stuff, and just kind of really trying to gain as much knowledge about my gay history as I possibly can and how it relates to today. And one thing I've been doing to try to kind of connect with people is I've been, do you know what cameos are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I do that, and I've been doing that. And all of June, I have been donating the proceeds from my cameos to different organizations that uplift and empower the Black community, especially the Black LGBTQ community. So I have been doing that. So that's the way I've been connecting with my fans. Sending out video messages and donating all the money to a good cause.
You're of the age where you grew up with Pride. I'm assuming you grew up with Pride, as it has the reputation around the world for being the biggest gay party on the planet. And it was very much just a party. Like, that's the way that the world sort of, for a brief period of time, in like the late 90s through the early 2000s, it was the party. When did you sort of tune into the sort of actual importance and history of something like the Pride Parade?
Honestly, it was it was a couple of years ago. Like, I didn't really know a lot about Pride. I didn't even know a lot about Stonewall. No one told me. I never bothered to educate myself. I never really got like a gay history lesson, I guess you could say. And then I kind of realized what it was all about, and I was like, oh wow, this started as a riot? What? I just thought it was like the Pride Parade that was always kind of there, because I apparently lived in La La Land.
We all lived in La La Land.
We did. That's the thing. Like, I was thinking about this the other day, just thinking about what I was taught in history class and what I knew and what I had no idea about. And I was like, wow. Like, I had no clue. Like, I didn't learn gay history growing up. And then when you become gay, no one sits you down and is like, okay, well, this is what happened and this is why it happened. Like, it just doesn't happen that way. And I kind of think it should. I think gay history should at least be taught in schools so people have an idea about the world we live in now. But that's just me.
Brooke Lynn Hites is on the Roz and Mocha Show right now. Talk to us about Drag Race Canada. You've got to be pumped about this. Premiering July 2nd, 9 p.m. on Crave.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. It's been it's so excited. It's just going to knock your socks off. You're going to have the best time. It was the most fun I've ever had on a film set. Just getting to hang out with everybody, getting to watch these contestants grow and compete and claw at each other, and all of that wonderful stuff was so much fun. They really did an incredible job, and I had so much fun doing it with Stacey McKenzie, Jeffrey Boyer-Chapman, and Tracy Melshore. We had the best time together. It was really fun.
Do you remember the first time you did drag? Like, walked out of the house?
Oh my God.
In drag? Like,
yes, I do.
You do?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I was living at Church in Maitland in the Village in Toronto, and I lived the bar I was going to was literally around the corner. It was called Cruise and Tangos. It's still there. It's one of the biggest drag bars in Toronto. I believe it was a Sunday night, and I remember exactly what I was wearing. I was wearing a pair of like low-rise girls jeans, like a blue zip-up like crop top hoodie. I don't think I had a wig on. I barely had any makeup on, but I had heels on, and to me, back then, I was in drag. And I just remember being so absolutely terrified, but it was also like the biggest thrill of my life. Like, I felt this high and this thrill that I had never felt before. And I mean, it's kind of been going ever since then.
And when you tell a story like that, and maybe on the flip side, you hear somebody's story where it's similar to your own, where they're stepping out for the very first time and they're scared. What is it that you say to them? What kind of advice do you offer up?
The first thing I always say to them is I tell them how incredibly brave they are, because I know firsthand the bravery it takes to do that. It really does take a lot of, pardon the expression, balls to put on a wig and heels and step out of your house. Like, I know very firsthand, like, I was terrified, and it took a lot of bravery for me to even leave my house. So I tell them how brave they are, and I tell them to just keep going, to just do it. If it makes them happy, And if they're not hurting anybody, then they should continue doing it.
So Drag Race Canada, July 2nd, 9 p.m. on Crave, Brooke Lynn Hites. Thank you very much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show. What are people going to be excited about with this season 1?
I just think, they're going to be excited that it's Canadian. If I know one thing about Canadians, they're excited for anything that also has to do with other Canadians. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to be really excited to see a full season of Canadian queens representing Canada. I mean, we have some really fun challenges. And there's a lot of little Canadian Easter eggs hidden throughout the show. Like, let's just say there'll be no mistaking that this is Canada's Drag Race. It's made very clear that this is a Canadian version, which I love.
Awesome. Again, we can't wait. Brooke Lynn Hites, thanks very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Take care.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What is going on? You're making a lot of noise over there.
Chill out. Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Can I play the intro?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man.
I don't know. You over there with all sorts of nonsense, noise.
No. Don't you worry what I'm doing over here.
30 seconds or less.
Okay. How 30 seconds or less works. Welcome, everybody. We get a lot of requests. I get a lot of DMs from people with things that they would like to see accomplished in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah.
This is, of course, a challenge between Mocha and Mocha Maurie.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
In the past, we've attempted to snap your fingers. Was it 101 times in 30 seconds or less? That was
we both failed that one.
And you both failed. And you guys got like arm cramps. Like your arms were all like skeleton-like hands.
My forearms hurt that day.
Yeah, so failure on that.
There was a Dr. Zeus one where we had to say all of the words from Green Eggs and Ham.
That's correct, yeah. And that was, Mocha got that one easily.
Yeah.
And Maurie,
I'm still working on that
you
one.
failed at that one. So by request.
Oh, okay.
Which is, can you drink a full glass of full-fat cream in 30 seconds or less?
Okay. That's so gross.
And I thought because we're in the middle of summer, that it would be refreshing to drink.
I'm going to be so bloated. No.
Oh, no.
And also, I haven't seen a doctor about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant.
Well, we will know definitively after this. Then,
Oh, that's
if
so
that's the case. So the question was, could you drink a full glass of 35% cream?
35%?
Full fat, yeah.
Where do you even buy that?
Full fat, 35% cream.
Oh, no!
It doesn't sound refreshing enough. No. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I will pour. Oh, this is thick.
Dude, that doesn't look right.
Oh,
it looks like a milkshake.
Okay, so there is.
Oh, okay.
There's one.
Oh, man.
Oh, you had to go to the top?
I think you'll be able to do this no problem, to be honest with you. But I know it may not seem ideal, given that it's 40 degrees outside. Dude. And who wants to drink this much? Okay, so again.
I'm getting bloated just watching you pour it in the glass.
If you're just joining us, this is 30 seconds or less. And the request was, can you drink a full glass of full-fat cream? This is 35% cream in 30 seconds or less. Mocha still undecided. And if he is in fact lactose intolerant, so hopefully we will get the diagnosis after this and then maybe we can get the medication needed.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay. You're very welcome. Okay, so I will bring yours around to you, Mocha, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just leave it on the table over here and I'll reach for it. Okay.
Okay. Now,
thanks.
Now, question.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this one at a time or do you want to do it together? What's better? I would like to see you do it one at a time if that's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I go first?
Yeah, you want to go first?
Just so I can get out of the way?
Yeah, Mocha wants to go first. Maurie, are you okay with that?
Can I go to the bathroom and come back?
No.
Okay.
Why? What do you have to do?
Make room?
No.
And
God.
also, gross. And just in case I spill, I am wearing gloves.
Okay, good for
One glove.
you.
Okay.
Okay, so Mocha is up first. Mocha, there's 30 seconds on the clock. Anytime you are ready.
It really looks like a milkshake.
Yeah, anytime you're ready. This is, again, can you drink a full glass of full-fat cream, 35% in 30 seconds or less? Anytime you're ready. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's thick. Oh, he's wincing right now. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yes, I can is the answer.
Oh, my God.
Oh. The bloat is kicking in already. Okay, so.
Wow, Mocha.
Yeah.
Describe that.
Gross.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was
like thick. Like how thick?
You know that feeling you get after you drink milk? Your saliva gets thick?
Give me an example of how thick it was, because it's not like milk.
It was like a thick sauce.
Oh, like an Alfredo?
Is it like drinking Alfredo?
Yeah. By the way, we're not doing that next.
Wow, Mocha, you crushed it. You crushed it. Damn it, Maury, you are up next. Again, the question is, can you drink a full glass of full-fat cream in 30 seconds or less?
Are you ready? Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I wanted to cheer, but that didn't go well.
Yeah. Oh, a little gassy, too.
Wow.
I have this weird taste, like this weird feeling in my mouth right now.
Wow.
Where it just feels like my entire mouth, the inside, and including my tongue, is coated in like wax. That's what it feels like right now.
This tasted like vanilla.
Really? You like that, huh?
Do you have more?
No. Yeah, I do. You want another shot?
Okay, put another 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay, I'll fill you back up. We'll go for number 2. Hold on. Maury's going for seconds here.
All right, let's see if I can beat the record.
I did not think that this was going to happen. Okay, yeah. So hold on. Let me fill you back up here.
Okay.
I'm telling you more. This is probably more of whatever this thing is than you need in a month.
Yeah, I'd say a lifetime.
A lifetime. Okay, Maury.
So I'm going to beat the record. What is it, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
can you drink all of that in 30 seconds or less?
Yeah, I'm going to beat
All
the
right,
record.
here we go.
Okay.
What in
my God.
the world? You did it.
I do have heart problems in the family. I should probably have warned you.
You did it twice. That is like
disgusting, right?
Oh my God. I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
That is 30 seconds or less.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
See all this Jimmy Kimmel stuff yesterday? So Kimmel, they've been trying to cancel Kimmel for a while. And whether it was the things that he had done in the past on the Man Show that he did all those years ago.
A lot of people forgot, or a lot of people didn't even know about that show.
Yeah. And then the blackface video of him where he used to dress up as Karl Malone started resurfacing. And then yesterday, early on, an old parody song that he did for a radio show that he was working for years ago out in L.A., where I guess he was parodying Snoop Dogg, where he used the N-word 4 times.
Yeah, it's me, the D.O.G. When about the baby double G.O.D. Back in the day, in the Bentley hood. That was all good. You know this family was holy, holy. The Virgin Mary was roly-poly.
And then, so that dropped. And then what wound up happening is there was a Megan Fox clip that dropped. And everybody has been sort of backing Megan Fox because of the way she was sexualized by Hollywood when she was younger. But this clip that was released was also from a Jimmy Kimmel interview where she tells a story of being 15 on set of a Michael Bay movie and how she was treated, and the way Kimmel handles the situation where he laughs and sort of makes a joke about it was another thing added to the pile of why people wanted Kimmel canceled yesterday.
I had just turned 15 and I was an extra in Bad Boys 2.
Really?
And yeah, they were shooting this club scene and they brought me in and I was wearing a Stars and Stripes bikini and a red cowboy hat and like 6-inch heels. And he approved it, and they said, Michael, she's 15, so you can't sit her at the bar and she can't have a drink in her hand. So his solution to that problem was to then have me dancing underneath a waterfall getting soaking wet. And that's
perfectly wholesome.
At 15, I was in 10th grade. So that's sort of a microcosm of how Bay's mind works.
Well, that's really a microcosm of how all our minds work. But some of us have the decency to repress those thoughts and pretend that they don't exist.
Oh my God.
So that was that clip. And then everybody started going in on Michael Bay because of this. Because the other story was that when she auditioned, the sort of myth of her audition for Transformers was that Michael Bay had her wash his car in a bikini.
No.
Yeah. So this is what Megan Fox then wrote yesterday about the Transformers story. She said that when she got that part, she wasn't 15. She was 19 or 20. And then she goes on to talk about the audition process. She says, so as far as this particular audition story, I was not underage at the time, and I was not made to, quote, wash or work on someone's cars in a way that was extraneous from the material in the actual script. Please hear me when I thank you for your support, she goes on to say, but these specific instances were inconsequential in a long and arduous journey along which I have endured some genuinely harrowing experiences in this ruthlessly misogynistic industry. There are many names that deserve to be going viral in cancel culture right now, but they are safely stored in the fragmented recesses of my heart. She goes on to say, but when it comes to my direct experiences with Michael Bay and Steven Spielberg for that matter, I was never assaulted or preyed upon in what I felt it was a sexual manner. So
here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Did you see Jimmy Kimmel's statement?
I did.
So Kimmel took 2 months off, so his show's going to be back in September. And all the sort of, I love how every couple of years people just rediscover that the Man Show existed, right? And he was getting... Man, he had fires going all over the place yesterday. So they were first on him for the Megan Fox interview that he did, where he seemed to make light of sexual exploitation when she was telling the story about when she was 15 working on a Michael Bay movie. Then his old Karl Malone, Jimmy Kimmel's old Karl Malone skits from The Man Show, where he's dressed up as Karl Malone in full black makeup. Then you had... when years even before that, when he was working for a radio station in Los Angeles, he did a audio, like a song recording parody of Snoop where he used the N-word 4 times. So he had a lot going on yesterday. And then there were calls for him to be kicked off the stage from hosting the Emmys.
Right, because they only just announced that.
People were going after ABC and Disney because they own the show. Like it was a whole thing. So
are they going to do it?
No, so there's been no announcement of that. But what Kimmel did say was, I did a recurring impression of NBA player Karl Malone in the late 90s. I continued impersonating Karl on TV. We hired makeup artists to make me look as much like Karl Malone as possible. I never considered that this might be seen as anything other than an imitation of a fellow human being, one that had no more to do with Karl's skin color than it did with his bulging muscles and bald head. I've done dozens of impressions of famous people, including Snoop, Oprah, Eminem, Dick Vitale, and Rosie, and many others, and in each case, I thought of them as impersonations of celebrities and nothing more. Looking back, many of these sketches are embarrassing, and it is frustrating that these thoughtless moments have become a weapon used by some to diminish my criticism of social and other injustices. But it's interesting that what he says at the beginning of this, because he doesn't use the phrase blackface, he says skin darkening makeup, right? Anyway, so that's that. And I don't know whether that keeps Jimmy Kimmel employed. I don't know whether this gets him taken off the Emmys.
My opinion is that he's still going to host the Emmys. He's still going to have that show.
Yeah, I don't know what the protocol is. I don't know how you go from Kevin Hart.
Because that's a big comparison that people are making.
And it's a valid comparison, man.
Of course it is.
It's a valid comparison. Nobody accepted Kevin Hart's apology.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I don't think...
Nobody accepted his explanation of what that joke was.
Okay, maybe he doesn't lose the talk show. Maybe all of that still sticks around.
Yeah.
And maybe he loses the...
I don't know.
Hosting the Emmys.
Shem, come on in here. You're grimacing your face right now. I don't know what you're doing in there. You got something to say?
You must have been shaking your head all day yesterday.
There's a lot going on.
So explain this to me then, okay? Explain this to me. Explain how Kevin Hart gets labeled homophobic, okay? And he had explained it and apologized for it years before. Nobody accepts his explanation or apology. He's forced to step down from hosting the Academy Awards. That was his lifelong dream of doing that.
Right.
Okay.
It was also something that he had apologized like multiple times throughout the years.
Yeah.
For.
And then, so now we have Jimmy Kimmel supposedly to be on stage at the Emmy Awards, who there's multiple instances of, quote unquote, using skin darkening makeup and saying the N-word in parody songs, and yet people aren't calling for him to be fired from hosting the Emmys.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things at play here. I think with the Kevin Hart homophobic comments, there was something sort of mean-spirited, I think, behind it, right? He was saying that he would essentially hit his son for being gay. Right. And I think people took that as there's just a nastiness to it, right? I'm not, whether you agree or disagree, I think that's sort of the thought behind that. I think with Jimmy Kimmel, parody songs are meant to be fun. They're meant to be funny. So I think people took it a little bit more lighthearted than they did Kevin Hart's sort of nasty, sort of mean-spirited joke.
We said the N-word 4 times.
Hey, Lee, you gotta
that's
tell
not
me.
That's not as nasty as the Kevin Hart joke?
Again, I don't know that the N-word song is getting as much attention as the actual Karl Malone blackface, and I think that's maybe what people are sort of focusing on. I also think people are selectively outraged when it comes to certain things, right? I mean, you're going to be mad about some things, you're going to be mad about other things, and
what are your thoughts on his explanation that these were impersonations of famous people?
Oh, I mean, look, I think it's ignorant to sort of not understand the history of blackface. I do. I think there's a lot of people who will bring up, the White Chicks movie, you know what I mean, and compare and can make comparisons to that. And there's not really comparisons to that. So I think you have to know your history. I think you just do. But I also understand why some people might think that comedians should get a pass, because comedians are comedians and they're there to make jokes and they're there to make lighthearted moments out of things when things are dark. So, no pun intended, of course.
I didn't know if I should have laughed. I feel very uncomfortable right now.
I only laugh when Shem laughs.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Hi, is this Leah?
Yes.
Leah, it's Roz and Mocha. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. We don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you got kids in the house that are probably driving you bonkers and you're trying to keep everybody in line. But we got a text from your husband, William, who was just like singing your praises, just saying how much of a wonderful wife, wonderful mother you are. And like things have just been like everybody absolutely crazy being at home. So he just wanted to make sure that we called and said happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
What do you got planned for the day?
Nothing. Hopefully get my nails done.
Oh, hell yeah. Now that we're all in phase 2. How many kids do you have in the house?
2.
Oh, okay. How old are they?
9 and 2.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So is a 9-year-old like helping you out at least?
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's so awesome. How's the 2-year-old been through all this?
He's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a 3-year-old in the house, so I fully get.
Mama.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. We'll let you go. We get that a lot in the house too. So anyway, happy birthday. Much love to you and have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye, Leah.
Bye.
I was going to ask her to pick her favorite,
No,
but I
she
can't.
can't do that.
No.
I bet you she'd answer if you asked her to pick her favorite kid, though.
Wouldn't? Dude, that's so mean.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix.
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hello.
How you doing? It's Roz and Mocha.
Good. How are you guys?
Good. All right, get ready for your life to be fixed.
Oh my God. Yes,
So,
please.
Charlotte, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha, please fix my life. I'm looking at quitting my job next spring. I'm so stressed, but I need the help in how to go about doing it. I am a nanny, and the family is super nice, but I need to leave. Why do you need to leave?
I'm just not being satisfied with the job anymore. As I said, the family is so nice, but I didn't go to school to be a nanny, and it was just given to me after I graduated college. And now I'm going to work, and I'm so ready for the day to be over the minute I get there. And that's not what you need in a job.
It's not what you need with a nanny job.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 22.
Okay. And what did you go to school for? What's the end goal for you?
Well, it's slowly changing because I went to school for police foundations, but now that's changing with everything that's going on and my views. So
you don't want to go into policing anymore?
No.
Why not go into policing and change it?
I mean, I could. I know I've talked with officers and they want older people.
I think this is the problem right now, not to sidetrack from your nanny job, but I think that the problem that you're going to see with policing is that nobody wants to be a cop right now. And it's going to be that way for a long time. And so the people who are going to be signing up to be police officers are going to be the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
And you need, right now, what policing needs more is they need more people who really wanted to be cops and to be good cops, who are now looking at it going, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. They need you now more than ever. So I'll just say that, okay?
If you think that you can be the person to help make the change and help what not only the police need, but what the public need as well, then why not, right?
Also, that's a lot of pressure for a nanny. I'll give you that. Okay.
How long have you been a nanny for, Charlotte?
Almost a year now.
And how many kids? How many kids are you looking after?
It's just one.
Oh, okay.
Just one.
Are you good at it?
I do enjoy it.
Doesn't sound like it. If you say you just woke up or you just started your job, you can't wait for the day to be over.
Well, no, I've been doing it for a year, and I've had this feeling about leaving near Christmas. So I was only there for 4 months, but I'm okay, I'm going to stick it out and see how it goes.
Does being a nanny change your outlook on whether or not you want to have kids or when you want to have kids?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
Cool. Okay. I don't know. You sound like you just got completely turned off from children. Is what happened.
But why next spring? Why are you waiting until next spring to, you still have to get through all of summer, all of fall, all of winter? Why definitively is it going to be next spring that you want to leave?
Well, I'm looking at spring because summer jobs are easier to find.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to get out, it'd be easier to look for something then because people are leaving and I can look for things to get out of it.
So, yeah, I think that you're doing the right thing. I think that when it comes to nanny work, and I don't know what your agreement is with them or how much notice you have to give, but I will say that being a nanny, I know people that have had nannies and live-in nannies as well. Mm-hmm. And, yes, they are paid. They are, employees, but you become part of the family real quick because you're somebody that their child has bonded to. Right, is bonded with, and that's a big thing. And the idea that person will no longer be in their child's life is really difficult to process, and it's really hard on kids. It's really, really tough on kids when a nanny that they loves is no longer there. It's like a family member that's gone that they don't get to see.
Yeah. How old is
it's
a kid?
A lot of kids' first experience with loss and grief, and it's tough. Yeah, how old's a kid?
He's 2.
2. Okay, you're fine. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dude.
No, so
sad.
I would say this, that you can. I know it seems like a long way away, but I think that maybe the more notice you can give them, the better.
Because it must have taken them a while to source you out and to be able to talk to you and then trust you in their home with their child. And they're going to have to go through this process again. So the more notice you can give them, hey, by the way, here's what I'm thinking. It'll give them a lot more time to be able to search for your replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. When you're.
It's a fair thing to do as well.
Yeah, when you're the adult in the house of the 2-year-old, they don't know that you're paid to look after them. They just know that if they hurt themselves, they can run to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that you really have to take that in consideration. I think that that's part of the responsibility of doing nanny work, is to take the consideration of the well-being of the kid in every aspect of the job, whether it's being hired, whether it's what you do on a daily basis, or whether it's how you leave. I think that you still, even on your way out, you have to have the best interest for the kid that you look after as the number one priority.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I think give them lots of notice. And when it comes to quitting a job, you just be very honest and be blunt but compassionate. Don't say I need to take a break. They don't want excuses. They want definitive timelines. They want reasons, and they want to know that you are going to assist them in this transition and that you're not going to leave them hanging. That's all people want.
Any other nannies out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have two close friends who are nannies.
Maybe that's something that you could offer up. Like, hey, I know these really, really great nannies, or I can help in the process of you finding my replacement if you are, obviously wanting to look for somebody that you can trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's ways to do it, but I think you're doing it right. I think giving them lots of notice and being there for them during the transition, I think is the right thing to do when there's a kid involved.
Okay, perfect.
And you're not being mistreated. This would be a much different conversation if they were mistreating you, right?
No,
but
it
doesn't seem like they are.
And rethink your future in policing as well. Give it a lot of thought.
Okay.
All right?
I will.
All right.
I will.
Okay.
All right, take care, Charlotte.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Think Drake ever gets bored in that big ass mansion of his?
Yes. It depends though, because I don't know. I think that there's certain people who are quite comfortable spending time alone or spending time with themselves. There are other people where that drives them crazy. Where they
trust me, I've seen Drake's IG.
People around.
He's not alone.
People around.
He's got people around.
Yeah,
now,
I don't know how he handles himself when he's alone.
Whether those people are living there.
Yeah,
I'm sure that they are, or whether they're coming in every single day, or maybe they're crashing for a couple of days and then they leave, and maybe another set of people come in.
But don't you ever just sometimes want to be alone? Could you have friends over all the time?
No, not all the time. But that's what I'm wondering. Does he ever get bored?
I would just get bored of having people over.
Yeah, let's say all those people are there all the time. Does he ever get bored with having them there all the time? Or just miss going? I know he's got this big complex, right? So there are multiple places where you could go to be alone. But being in that massive complex, do you think that he ever gets bored? Maybe he wishes he can go for a walk around the block just to have a change of scenery.
No. Well, did you not see on his Instagram, he was playing from, I guess, the top floor of his mansion. He was playing cornhole, the game where you throw a beanbag down and try and get it in the hole down below.
But that's what I mean. That's already a fun game on its own without making adjustments. He's got to be bored in order to come up with a new way to play that game.
Yeah, doing that kind of stuff in a house that big is when you used to watch that show, The Last Man on Earth, where he was literally the last man on Earth. And for a while, he was living in the White House doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Archery down those big long halls, right?
Bored.
You can't leave. Can't he leave? Let the people entertain themselves in his basketball court and he could just go?
Well, but first of all, he lives in a very boring neighborhood. It's not even a neighborhood. It's compound after compound. You can't walk anywhere. I don't even think there's sidewalks.
No, but he could go to bed while they continue to party.
What?
Well, I'm sure he does. Maybe.
He doesn't have to stay up with them.
But I just wonder, during this time, during the quarantine time, right? And now, things are opening up and you see on the news, people are out, or just you walk down the street and people are out. I saw a super huge long lineup outside of the barbershop just up the street from here yesterday.
You think Drake's sitting at home going,
left.
oh God, I can't wait to go to Marche. Something like that?
I don't know. These are things what I see when he posts stuff on IG, and I wonder about his life. Not that I'm concerned.
Well, he can't, even without COVID, he couldn't just go for a walk around the block.
No, I know, but I wonder if he just kind of misses that aspect of life. Living the life that he has right now in that big mansion.
I don't know. I don't think so at this point. I think maybe in a few years he may.
Yeah.
I don't think he's at that point yet.
Well, can't he? When you're alone, Roz, you love to just stare at the wall.
I'm fine to be alone. I really am. I quite enjoy being alone.
Do you just sit in silence?
Emotionally?
It drives Catherine crazy. My ability to sit in one place and do nothing for as long as I can drives Catherine crazy.
You're like a monk.
Yeah.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
This week, we welcomed Kiss 107.7 in Lethbridge to the Roz and Mocha Show family. So shout out to everyone in Lethbridge. Also, the Roz and Mocha Show is on Kiss 102.7 in Kingston, Kiss 105.3 in Ottawa, Kiss Radio in Vancouver, and Kiss 91.7 in Edmonton, of course, where we do the show from, Kiss 92.5 in Toronto. Let me read this to you. First of all, everyone, just wear a mask, okay? Wash your hands, wear a mask when you're out in public. There's some people out there who just refuse. Don't tell me to wear a mask. I don't need a mask. Mm-hmm. And they're everywhere, right across the country. An incident happened on a flight from Vancouver to Winnipeg where the Manitoba RCMP ended up arresting an unruly passenger on Monday night because he refused to put on a face mask when asked to do so by officials. He's 39 years old. He's facing a charge of failing to comply with flight crew, which comes with a max fine of $5,000. Of course, the federal government has set in place an interim order requiring passengers to wear protective masks during travel through Canadian airports and while in flight, of course, because of COVID. Mm-hmm. Earlier this month, a BC man was arrested after his flight from Vancouver to Toronto had to be diverted to Winnipeg due to his disruptive behavior.
God, could you imagine how unhappy that would make you if you had that way? Is the show on in Winnipeg? No. If you were flying from Vancouver to Toronto, but you had to get off in Winnipeg? Stop.
FYI, we're working on getting the show on in Winnipeg.
Okay.
Again, the guy's 59 years old. He was taken off the flight when he refused to listen to the flight crew to wear a mask, and he started smoking a cigarette on board.
Oh my God, let's just break all the rules.
And then the flight was delayed by an hour and a half because of that.
You call the flight attendant toots too?
Can't tell me what to do. I'm not going to wear a mask, but I will fill my lungs with cancer.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Janine.
Yes.
Hey, it's Roz and
hello.
Mocha. How are you?
Oh my God, I can't believe I got you.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me read the text to you, Roz, that Janine sent to us.
Okay.
It said, today is my husband Donovan's birthday. I was wondering if you could send him a shout out. He doesn't really like your show.
Oh.
My daughters and I love it. And we figured if you could send him a shout out, possibly saying happy birthday to him, he might change his mind and love it like we do. Thanks.
Oh, wow.
So what's Donovan's problem? Actually, where is he? Let's talk to him.
Yeah, he's right here.
What happened? What?
Yo, Donovan, it's Roz and Mocha.
No.
Yo, happy birthday, jerk. How come you don't like us?
Thank you so much. I was trying to get some work done on my birthday, and then my wife surprises me.
No, but that's not the question we asked. Why don't you like us?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He always says that he doesn't really like it because you guys are too funny and stuff, and you guys make us laugh more than that.
You guys are funnier than me. That's what I don't like.
Jealousy.
Exactly.
All right, well, we can't hit on that. Yo, what are you doing to celebrate your big day today?
I have no idea, actually. My wife never tells me anything.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a solid relationship.
Secrets.
Maurie just mouthed the words, "You'll last forever."
I surely hope so.
Donovan.
I moved from Hawaii for her, so.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully after this conversation, you will start to like us.
Janine, you're going to be in big trouble.
Hang on, Maurie has something he wants to say.
By the way, what goes up but never comes down?
Let me guess, your age? Is it your age?
Your age!
Oh, God, they laughed.
Yeah,
Guys.
No, that was a sarcastic laugh. You could tell. All right, well, Donovan, Janine asked us to sing you happy birthday as well. So are you okay with that?
Of course.
Because who doesn't love happy birthday, right?
Me.
Roz.
Oh, yeah. That's not true. You hate it.
No, come on. I'm not against it. I don't know how I got that reputation.
All right, ready?
Okay,
For Donovan's birthday. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. And Janine and kids in the room, feel free to join in as well, okay?
Yay! Okay, perfect.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Donovan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Donovan!
Awesome. I let you guys know. Thank you.
Roz, is it that you don't like Happy Birthday because you've heard it for so many decades?
Shut up.
Oh, wow, damn.
Wow.
Zing, that's so mean, Maury.
I'm like
That's so
3
mean.
years older than you are.
I know.
We're in the same decade.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Donovan. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Brian, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Just driving into work.
Okay, don't say anything yet.
Okay.
Where do you listen to the Roz and Mocha Show from, by the way?
Oh, Milton.
Okay, in Milton, Ontario. All right. Because
Yeah.
the Roz and Mocha Show, we broadcast right across Canada, right? And and you listen to the podcast. A lot of people listen to the podcast. If you're not up on the podcast yet, you can search for it in Apple Podcast, Google Play, Spotify, also the Frequency Podcast Network. Because this is a problem that we've run into. The podcast has become so popular that people are choosing to listen to it while the live show is happening, which is not exactly what we wanted.
I know.
And this is what's happened with Brian. So we're on the radio live talking about like other stuff, but Brian is sitting there listening to the podcast when we're talking about other stuff. So here's what Brian said. So I'm sitting in my work truck waiting for some of my tradesmen to show up to the site. I'm listening to what I believe was the last week's podcast. It was actually a few weeks ago, Brian, where Roz was talking sexy about food with sexy music in the background. 2 words.
Yep.
Hot damn.
Oh, hello.
So what Brian is talking about is on episode 163 of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast, Nazim put this question out to us on the Ask Roz and Mocha portion of the podcast. Anytime Roz talks about food, can you please play some sexy music in the background? Because the way he talks about food, it would be 100% better, also sexier, if you had sexy music playing in the background. So I can't remember though, Brian, on episode 163, what was the food that Roz was describing while we had the sexy music playing?
I believe it was the tacos. You're cutting up chicken. You're giving out the spices. Unbelievable, man.
So sexy. So sexy.
Oh, God. You should have seen the questions that were asked to me yesterday at work, and I was not answering any of them.
Really? You were too hot and bothered.
I was too hot and bothered. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Like, hey, how'd you get the hammer down there? You should see. You should see somebody for that swelling.
So, Brian, my question to you is, are you a bigger fan of Roz now or a bigger fan of tacos, these chicken tacos?
Oh, you know what? Being from Milton and being in that Halton region, I'm a bigger fan of Roz. Way bigger fan.
There's so many jokes I have right now, but I just don't know if I can tell them.
Do you want to tell one and I can just bleep it?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, listen, I really appreciate everything, man. And if there's anything I can do for you.
You sure you want to finish that sentence?
No, that's why I stopped talking.
Because you got Brian all hot and bothered right now. So
I just
you don't know what he's going to request next.
I just realized that.
Brian's like, yo, I still got a few minutes of alone time in the truck before I show up to work. So
no, I was about to say, is there if there's anything else you would like me to describe while playing sexy music? But I realized that as the words were coming out, the one that kind of got left behind was food. And then I was just going to leave the door open to anything.
Hey, Brian, thank you so much for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. We really appreciate it, bro.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
And don't worry about it. Later on in the summer, I'm going to give the most incredibly sexy description of how to cook a corn dog.
Oh, God.
Brian's like, I got to take the day off for that one.
Yeah, I'm going home now.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, guys.
Later, brother. Love you, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Real quick, want to give a shout out to everyone in Lethbridge. Kiss 107.7 out there welcomes the Roz and Mocha Show this summer.
Yeah.
So thank you to everybody in Lethbridge for allowing us to kick it with you. Also, shout out to Vancouver, Kiss Radio in Vancouver that airs the Roz and Mocha Show. Kiss 91.7 in Edmonton, Kiss 105.3 in Ottawa, Kiss 102.7 in Kingston, and of course, where we do the show from in Toronto, Kiss 92.5.
So it's the anniversary of the first Batman, the Tim Burton Batman.
Is it really?
Yeah, 1989. And the headline with that to go along with the anniversary of the first Michael Keaton Batman is that Michael Keaton is in talks to play Bruce Wayne in the new Flash movie.
There's another Batman now?
No, it would be from that universe. So he would be an older Bruce Wayne.
Hold on. Okay, just stop everything.
Okay, so you know how DC is going with this multiverse style, right?
Oh, is that what they're doing?
So, yeah, so the whole thing, everything. Suicide Squad doesn't live in the same world as whatever. And
then what about
there's multiple Batmans.
Ben Affleck
He's
Batman? Nothing?
done.
Okay.
Ben Affleck is gone as
the Robert
Batman.
Pattinson Batman?
Does not exist in any of the current worlds that we know. The Robert Pattinson Batman doesn't exist in the Justice League world.
Okay.
Okay. The Joker in the Joker movie doesn't exist in any of those worlds. It's a different sort of universe. Okay. Anyway, so I guess what's happening is after 30 years, Michael Keaton, let me read this to you. Michael Keaton is in talks to return to the role of Batman to appear alongside Ezra Miller in Warner Brothers' upcoming movie, The Flash. This is according to The Wrap. They've learned exclusively that talks with Keaton are at the very early stages, and it is far from a sure thing, and it could really go either way. But he would portray an older Bruce Wayne. So the Bruce Wayne that he was 30 years ago, he would
Batman,
now be, what?
Is he still Batman or is he like Bat Daddy or something? Like,
No, he would just be Bruce Wayne. So I don't know.
So he's retired?
We don't know. He would just be Bruce Wayne is what the conversation is. So they would tie the new Flash movie into the original universe
of that Batman. Where the Joker was Jack Nicholson.
Right. So we've already passed all of that now.
Okay.
And
I
now
understand.
the Flash would be on to other sort of things. I don't know.
But he was the best
I don't
Batman.
know. I disagree with you on that. So Michael Keaton did the first two Batman movies. He did Batman and then Batman Returns, which was 1992. Then he was in talks to do the third movie. But if you remember, the studio pushed out Tim Burton and hired Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher, who just passed away yesterday, he then did the next two with Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
Is that the one, the Batman with the nipples?
Batman with the nipples, yes.
Right.
So here's a clip of Maurie talking to the late now Joel Schumacher about bat nipples.
The ongoing argument is you're the best person to ask, Joel, because you've done two Batman movies, is who is the best Batman. Now you do with George Clooney, you put nipples. You single-handedly put nipples on the Batman outfit.
Well, that was for Val Kilmer. It started with Batman Forever. I think Val Kilmer, for me, I think Val Kilmer was the best Batman.
Oh, stop it.
I think he was a great Batman.
No.
I think that I didn't serve anybody well on Batman and Robin, and I think I didn't serve George well at all. He always blames himself, but it's me. But I think Val.
I always said Michael Keaton.
Well, everybody has their Batman. It's like everybody has their Bond.
Yes, that's a great one. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So
we all know Christian Bale is the best Batman.
He's also the best Bruce Wayne. To me, they're two different characters, and he was the best. Do you remember that interview that Joel Schumacher did where they were asking him how many sexual partners he had, and he said in the double-digit thousands, and the interviewer was like, "What? So like 3?" And he's like, "No, that's single-digit thousands." And he's like 10,000.
Oh, stop it, Joel Schumacher.
That was the interview. I'm telling you, go watch the Halston documentary on Netflix. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
He talks about this in there. He used to go to Fire Island all the time.
Yes.
It was back in the day when, carefree and have fun.
Yeah, and because Joel Schumacher was one of the first, I didn't know a lot of other out gay directors who were doing that level of film.
Before he was in film, he was in fashion.
Yeah, I didn't, because he did St. Elmo's Fire, he did Lost Boys, he did the 2 Batman movies, he did another one too. What did he do, Flatliners? Was that Joel Schumacher? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But he did a lot of my favorite movies when I was younger, with the exception of the 2 Batman movies. But I used to love St. Elmo's Fire. That movie was great.
So you're saying 10,000, right?
Yeah, it's 10,000. And keep in mind, he was 80 when he passed. He said this when he was 79, if you're doing the math.
But this wasn't all this was over the course of 70 years.
That's every single day for 27 years.
No, it wasn't over the course of 70 years more.
Oh, it was all in a chunk.
No, it was over the course of about maybe 65
Yeah, that's
years.
every single day for 27 years or something.
Yeah.
So, what's wrong?
Yeah, but Joel Schumacher, right?
I don't believe him.
No? You think he's fronting at 79 that he was just fronting?
Yeah.
Really?
Stop trying to big yourself up, bro.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There is a new YouTube series, limited digital series that we want you to check out. It starts at 3 o'clock this afternoon on Cityline's YouTube channel. It's called Cityline Reel on Race, hosted by Tracy Moore.
Yeah, and Tracy's been an incredible voice with everything that's gone on over the last month. She really cuts through, and she is definitely somebody that we all look to and listen to. And this format of this sort of, table talk, being able to have these long conversations, get out of the noise and just sort of, sit down and talk. And that's what she's doing with this YouTube show, and it's awesome.
How you doing, Tracy Moore? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, Roz and Mocha. How are you doing?
Good. How's it going?
It's going okay. It's been a bit of a brutal few weeks. But I'm happy that we are at least able to talk about what's been going on.
When all of this sort of went down and everybody was sort of figuring out where they were going to be, not at the end of it, but at this point of it, was this idea already happening in your mind? Sort of a larger platform of in-depth conversation, really getting into things, as opposed to, just getting things off Twitter and sort of getting things, around the table with real people?
My favorite saying has always been from my dad, just calm down the noise.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need. We need to calm down and actually talk about what's been happening historically in this country. It's really easy to put out a 140 character or whatever Twitter is zinger, but what's actually been happening here? And let's look at the system, let's look at the institutions, and let's really learn our history so we can see why we're in this mess.
So explain to everybody, when they log on to Cityline's YouTube channel at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Cityline Reel on Race, what are they going to get?
They are going to get education, because that's what this is about. And I know there's been a lot of people being canceled lately and people being thrown under the bus and all of that. And I get it. It's all part of the protest movement. But what I really want is for people to learn. And, it is sort of a burden of people of color and Black people to have to do the teaching. But I think it's an important moment right now because people are actually listening. We're going right back to the beginning. We're going to talk about slavery in Canada, how long it happened for, the institutions built off of it, what slaves produced in Canada, what's happened with segregation in Canada, the education system in Canada, Blacks in the workplace right now. So we'll look at the history, we'll look at the legacy, and we'll sort of give that lesson on historical context. Next week, we'll move into activism.
How much are you going to get into of the people's pasts? Because this is what we're seeing a lot of right now when it comes to, you brought up, cancel culture. And that is, you have people like Jimmy Kimmel, you have now Lainey on The Social, who I know very well. You have Tina Fey asking to pull 4 episodes of 30 Rock because each episode had somebody who was in blackface. When it comes to that kind of stuff, what apology works, or how does somebody move past that in your eyes as far as the way that this conversation needs to happen, or are they just all going to be wiped out of existence?
See, I've never really really thought that was the solution, you know, for everyone that made mistakes to just be pushed off the planet Earth. I think if Tina Fey feels that she needs to pull those 4 episodes, she absolutely should. And I think if Lainey feels she needs to out herself, she absolutely should. But I also think the whole point of this is for transformation. So it's for people to take a really good introspective look at the way they've been moving through the world and to do better. And I'm not saying that I need to be teaching anyone how to do better. Really, the onus is on the people to do better. But I'm happy to help along with the process.
Episode 1 of 5 kicks off at 3 o'clock this afternoon on Cityline's YouTube channel. Again, it's called Cityline Real on Race, hosted by our good friend Tracy Moore. Thank you very much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thanks for giving me some space, guys. Have a great day.
But before we let you go, I know there's so many important things going on and everything else, right? But what part of you or what percentage of you just sort of wakes up in the morning and goes, oh man, I just want to talk to Frankie Flowers about grass today? Just one day.
Here's the thing. I haven't been talking about race with any of the white people in my life at all. So when this whole thing burst open, it became a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, so we're going to get into these conversations that I've been having with my husband and my parents and my black friends forever. And we're going to start talking about this, and I'm going to start getting questions, and I'm going to start getting angry because people don't understand what I'm saying. So it is a big burden. So sometimes I just want to talk about making tomatoes. But I think it's really important that we get into the weeds and really understand what's happening in Canada.
And I think that what makes you so wonderful is that you are a very sort of public face and public voice that is just showing us that you don't have to only do one. We can now and should now do both.
I agree. Do both. Do the work, and it's long-term work, so don't think you're going to get it done before Friday. Do the work. Do it with your family. Do it with your friends, but it's a lifelong commitment. You're not going to hand it in on Friday at 3 p.m. and it's over.
Tracy Moore, you know we love you so much.
Love you too, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Have a good one.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to talk about Billie Eilish in a second. First, I want to give a shout out to everyone listening to the Roz and Mocha Show across the country. We're in Toronto, of course, on Kiss 92.5, Kiss 102.7 in Kingston, Kiss 105.3 in Ottawa, Kiss Radio in Vancouver, Kiss 91.7 in Edmonton, and just added this week, we are saying hello to Kiss 107.7 in Lethbridge.
I almost moved to Lethbridge when I was younger.
Did you really?
Yeah, I mean, my dad almost got transferred there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Military, right?
No. He was he was building airplane engines.
Oh, okay.
He was an engineer.
So all those stations are up on the Roz and Mocha Show. If you are new to the show, welcome. We do have a podcast that you can get through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and of course the Frequency Podcast Network. So take a listen to those. You get to learn about us a little bit more. But did you see this Billie Eilish news?
No.
So there's all these different takes because her name is trending still. But allegedly, she posted to Instagram stories last night, quote, "If I'm following your abuser, DM me and I will unfollow them. I will support you," end quote. And then not that long after, she deleted that IG story and then went ahead and deleted, unfollowed everybody she was following. I don't have the count as to the number of people she was following, but when you go to her account, it says following 1, but when I go to see who that 1 is, it doesn't actually show. She's got 64.7 million followers, and it says now she's following 1, but for some reason it's not showing up on my phone who that 1 person is. And then there's other stories, as I kept reading, is that people were alleging maybe she got hacked. Maybe she'll say, hey, I got hacked. But for some strange reason, Billie Eilish decided to unfollow everybody.
Do people still get hacked, though? I haven't heard a legitimate I got hacked story as an excuse in a real long time.
I have never seen proof from someone who said, I got hacked. Here's the proof.
Well, except for me, when I got hacked,
Oh, because we talked to your hacker.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, your hacker.
He called the show.
Your hacker, yes, joined us on the show.
Yeah, but that was a very convenient excuse when you were either drunk or pissed off or whatever it was. That you was a very convenient excuse to say I got hacked. And we just all believed it because everybody at that point was getting hacked.
And it's easy to get hacked.
But I haven't heard a legitimate I got hacked as a reason why my social media looks the way it does in a real long time.
The screen grab I just saw, the one person she's following is Lord.
Oh, really? Interesting. So she just unfollowed everybody?
Everybody.
But that I understand because we've seen that before. Stars oftentimes, especially the pop stars, they use their Instagram not necessarily as a tool for a vain look at my fantastic life, but it is purely a promotional tool because they will clear out every single post they've ever done and it'll be blank until they post the cover of their new album or whatever it is.
Sure.
The idea of that, Maury.
But I guess as this was happening last night, as she was like slowly unfollowing, people were like kind of following this story as it was happening and updating everybody else, saying Billy just unfollowed Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, XXX Tentacion, and Ansel, I assume.
Elgore.
Ansel Elgore on Instagram, right? After posting
So were those
on IG stories, if I'm following your abuser, DM me and I will unfollow them. I will support you.
So were those the first people she started to unfollow?
That I don't know. I don't know. But she started unfollowing them, and which then led to her just unfollowing everybody.
Maybe what wound up happening is she said, if I'm following your abuser, DM me. And maybe people did DM her. And she started unfollowing people and then realized what she was doing. And you can't then go and start following those people again because there's still a record that you unfollowed. So the only way to fix it is to just unfollow everybody.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We got a great text from Tracy that I want to read to you. Hi, Tracy. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good. All right. So, Roz, here's what Tracy said. Hey, Roz and Mocha. I've been a long-time listener for 6 years, and I started listening to your podcast mid-December 2019 because I was sick at home with bronchitis for 3 weeks. I am so hooked that I listen day and night, Monday to Friday, and even on the weekends while doing my chores. I even listen while showering, and unlike one of your listeners, no one interrupts my listening pleasure. Oh. You guys are so complimentary to each other, and even Maury is a great asset to the show, even though he's a nasty ass.
Oh, wow.
I love Roz's recipes, not Maury's, and I've made some like his mac and cheese. I am now on episode 131 of your podcast as I'm traveling home from work today. Keep up the great work entertaining the masses. I love you guys. So, First of all, Tracy, thank you for your dedication and your support that you're throwing to the Roz and Mocha Show. We definitely appreciate it.
No, thank you guys so much. You guys don't know how you make people feel.
So when you talk about chores, right?
So like on the weekends when I'm doing my grocery shopping, I have you guys plugged in. When I'm at home vacuuming, I have you guys plugged in.
Really, huh? Like I picture you like what do you mean plugged in? Like what do you listen to us on?
No, on my cell phone, but I have my headset
You're just like grooving around with the vacuum, listening to the Roz and Mocha podcast? That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
And even while you're at the grocery store, people give you weird looks if you're laughing too much?
You know what? On the GO train, you guys make me laugh so much. I have to come down from the quiet zone and go to the front door because I am laughing so much. You guys have me in tears.
One of my proudest moments of doing this show, I walked into the LCBO. That's not what made me so proud.
And you're like, yes, no line.
It's very normal. It's very normal. I walked in and there was a police officer there because oftentimes during the busy seasons they'll hire cops to stand there. And I walked past her when I walked in, and she was like smiling, right? Just sort of like staring at the store, smiling. Like it was very unusual because normally when the cops at the front of the LCBO at the liquor store, there's not a lot of smiling going on, right? They're just like clocking everybody.
Yeah, everyone's a suspect.
Yeah. And I walked by and I noticed because she had a huge smile on her face and she didn't see me. And then I went through the store and everything else and I got what I was getting and I line up then on my way out, I had to pass in front of her, and she made eye contact with me, and she immediately took her headphones out of her ears. And she's like, oh my God. And I was like, how are you? She's like, I'm really great. And then she pulls her phone out of her pocket, and she shows me, and it was like not even paused, but still playing the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she was doing police work at the LCBO over the Christmas holidays, listening to the show. And I walked by, and she literally pulled the show out of her pocket to show me. And I was like, that is incredible. And then I wanted to take a picture with her, but I didn't let her take one with me.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah, I was like, I got to get a picture of this. And she was like, oh my God, that would be amazing. And I was like, cool. So I stood beside her. I took the picture, and I was like, oh my God, cool. Take it easy. And I walked out. And I
didn't even give her a chance to say, hey, can I grab a photo too?
No, because the picture happened. The problem was that the picture was just on my phone. Right?
Oh,
So
no.
that still haunts me. It wasn't such a great story after all. Anyway, so thank you so much for listening to the podcast. It means the world to us.
Oh, you know what, you guys, I'm living through you guys. Like, I actually went to get Strongbow this weekend on Saturday because it was so hot.
Yeah.
The apple cider, I'm drinking that. I started watching Netflix and Prime. I watched The Tiger King. I'm like living through you guys.
Wow. So everything that we're talking about on the podcast, you're starting to...
I'm trying.
Yeah, you're implementing into your own life.
That's right.
Wow, crazy.
I will not do the Black Mirror, though. You guys talked about that episode with the pig.
Yeah.
I refuse to go there.
Yeah. Season 1, episode 1, national anthem. No thanks.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
One day I'm going to do Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay. Then just if you don't want to watch season 1, episode 1 of Black Mirror, which is the episode, as Mocha just said, is called National Anthem. At least watch the episode called Shut Up and Dance. It's a good sort of like lighthearted one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, she seems kind of suspect right now.
Yeah. And believe me, there's 100,000 people right now that just looked at their radio and went,
Hey, Tracy, we love you so much. Thank you very much for tuning into the Roz and Mocha Show. Wait, Tracy, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, my God. I hope you weren't going to ask me this. Okay, so Mocha, I love your laugh. Like you've got one of those laughs, like
Okay,
when
so
you
like Roz. You're just setting me up for a disappointment right now, right? You like Roz? Just say it.
You know why? Because he cooks, and there's nothing sexier than a man that cooks. So
I cook too. Love you, Tracy.
I love you.
You're the best. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, guys. Bye.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Shortly after we wrapped up the show yesterday, Roz, everyone found out that Vince Carter, former Toronto Raptor, who plays for the Atlanta Hawks, announced his retirement.
Yep.
So, hashtag thank you, Vince. Drafted in 98.
God, it's a long time ago, huh?
By Golden State and then traded to Toronto.
Did he never played for Golden State?
No.
No, he didn't.
They gave him the Golden State hat and then here you go, here's your Toronto hat.
Yeah.
And it's funny because even though he was drafted originally by Golden State, everybody famously knows Vince Carter for the dunk contest in the year 2000.
That's right.
Which took place in Oakland, California, where Golden State plays.
Yeah.
And it was his second attempt, or his second dunk, where he did the now infamous ball through the leg, up and over into the net. And everybody freaked out. There's a famous shot of Shaq with a handheld video camera and the look on his face as he was filming.
He incurred an injury dealing with weights in the weight room, so he's stitched up in the left hand doing all this.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
The judges are coming over the table to congratulate Vince Carter. This is unheard of.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It is over.
What a stud, huh?
Such a great memory. This was Vince Carter from his podcast called Winging It with Vince Carter. The female voice that you hear on it is his co-host. Her name is Annie Finberg, and she works for the Atlanta Hawks.
You are officially retired.
Yeah, I'm officially finished playing basketball. Yeah.
I think. Well,
I think. Okay, I'm officially done playing basketball professionally. I'll play at home.
Right. Maybe a couple like celebrity tournaments in the mix.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe a couple. Yeah, maybe.
Wow, maybe. Not even committing to like a celebrity thing.
He's 43 years old right now. So I think when he says he's done,
drives me nuts.
He's done.
Drives me nuts. I hate stories like this. I love Vince Carter, but the idea that somebody is out of the game at 43 kills me. It kills me.
You.
Yeah, it kills me.
And he had like kind of announced, like it wasn't a secret.
No.
But he had to officially say that he was done.
Yeah.
But when he was making mention of it throughout the season earlier this year, a part of me was hoping that the Toronto Raptors would sign him for like a 1-game contract, and then he announces his retirement.
Right.
So he could retire as a Raptor.
Right.
Instead of retiring as an Atlanta Hawk, who just so also happened to play for the Raptors.
Right. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Right.
Like those sorts of stories are sweet.
I know.
They rarely happen though.
No, I know. But big shout out to Vince Carter, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, is this Ruby?
Yes, it is.
Hey, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha. How are you today?
Hey, we're doing well. Thanks. How are you guys?
Good. So we got this note from Rupi that said, hey, our daughter's turning 4 on...
my heart.
On the weekend, and she's obsessed with Roz and Mocha. She loves screaming, let's do the news every day. And also, it's Friday, every Friday. We would love to surprise her with a call from the Roz and Mocha Show. So, Rupi, where is your daughter, Soraya?
She is right here looking at my face.
Oh, okay, so she can hear us.
Yeah, she can hear you guys right now. We got her up a little bit early this morning.
Oh, hi, Soraya.
Want to say good morning to Roz and Mocha?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Soraya.
What?
It's Friday!
You want to go? You show them how you do it.
It's
Good job.
That's amazing.
Wow.
4-year-old lungs, too, huh? That's awesome.
What do you have planned for your birthday today? What do you want to do? What do you want for your birthday?
Peppa Pig.
You what?
Peppa Pig.
Oh, Peppa Pig.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Hey, for your birthday, do you want to help me intro the news?
Would you like to say let's do the news for your birthday?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's start a news.
We're going to try it one more time because I'm going to do the beginning part, okay? So you just wait. I'm going to go like this. Hey, Mocha, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Let's start a news.
Hey, happy birthday, Soraya. We love you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh, yeah. Soraya.
Oh, no.
Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh.
I know you're only 4 and everything, but still.
No. This has been a big topic of discussion in our home. So
That's great parenting.
I gotta blame my husband for that one. Who's your favorite, Roz or Mocha?
Thank you.
I usually get the kid vote.
I know you do. I never get the kid vote. Hey, listen, thank you guys so much. We love you both.
Thank you so much, guys.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Hey, is Walmart still selling All Lives Matter shirts?
Bro, Walmart is still selling a black All Lives Matter shirt.
So Walmart Canada, huge backlash yesterday after customers discovered All Lives Matter t-shirts for sale on the company's website. And they've had to do this before. Was it last December that they were selling naughty Christmas sweaters with Santa Claus doing lines of Coke?
Yeah.
So do they just allow
White Christmas
anybody
for sure.
to go into their Walmart marketplace and just start uploading their stuff?
That I don't know.
How does that work?
Somebody over there in that organization has to approve of companies, don't they? Or do they approve of a company and then that company can then make whatever they want?
I don't know.
Because when you go to Walmart.ca and you type in just Lives Matter, like all these different products come up. So you can get like the All Lives Matter t-shirts, you can get earrings, you could get Black Lives Matter. What was the one that I saw that I said I could not believe like bath mats?
Excuse me.
Bath mats with a toilet cover. As well. You can get posters. They have Blue Lives Matter t-shirts. They have Blue Lives Matter license plates. They have All Lives Matter flags.
Yeah.
There's like so much stuff, dude.
Yeah,
so
I
much.
think they need to figure that out because I think it may be a case where they have, like vendors who have registered to be able to sell through the Walmart marketplace, and they're just uploading this stuff. Like there's no way that this was approved by somebody. Like it has to be a click it and upload it type of scenario because there's no way.
Oh my God, is this a shower curtain?
What kind of, what does it say on it?
Hold on here. Oh, it's Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, shower curtain.
Yeah, to go with the bath mats.
Right. You can do. Yeah.
What they're selling.
Yeah.
They got hats, they got flags, like everything, man.
Yeah, no, I know. There was hundreds and hundreds of Lives Matter paraphernalia on Walmart, but I don't know how that website works. I don't know. But yeah, you gotta be better at that, man. Megyn Kelly throwing shade at NBC after Tina Fey apologized for 3 episodes of 30 Rock that needed to be pulled from the air because of characters in blackface. If you remember yesterday, Tina said no comedy-loving kid needs to stumble on these tropes and be stung by their ugliness. And then Megyn Kelly tweeted, wait, what network aired those episodes again? Because if you remember, in 2018, NBC fired Megyn Kelly after the immense backlash for her comments on blackface. She had said, I think it was when I was a kid on Halloween, as long as you were doing a character, it was okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she had said. And then she apologized. Megyn Kelly, if you remember, said, I defended the idea saying is that as long as it was respectful and part of a Halloween costume, it seemed okay. Well, I was wrong and I'm sorry. That's what she said in her apology and still got fired. So she's throwing shade now at NBC because while they fired her for having a discussion about blackface, Tina Fey was running episodes with characters actually in blackface and there was no repercussions whatsoever. So it's a bit of a double standard, I guess is what she is trying to say. Days of Our Lives star Melissa Reeves is receiving a ton of backlash from co-stars and fans for liking anti-Black Lives Matter posts on Instagram. It began earlier this week when a fan shared screenshots of posts originally made by Candace Owens to Twitter and noted how absolutely disgusted and sick they felt over Reeves' presumed stance by liking the post. You know that now when I scroll through things, I have a very specific way that I will sit and which hand I use so I don't accidentally like something that pops up into my timeline because I like to know what's going on everywhere with everybody, right? So I follow people that I agree with and I follow people that I don't agree with because I think that that's the only way that I'm going to get a clear picture of what the conversation is. And sometimes when I start going deep into things, you know, I'm on the couch, I'm using the wrong finger and the cat bumps me and all of a sudden I've liked something and then just swiped out and don't even know that you like something. Like it's like a minefield.
So do you go then right hand on the right side of the phone to scroll if you're on IG?
If I'm on IG, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because you can't accidentally hit that heart.
Right. Yeah. And I'll tell you, if I'm using Twitter, I only put my finger on the actual body of the tweet in the middle of it somewhere to swipe up. I never go near the little icons at the bottom, the actionable icons at the bottom.
Oh,
my
okay,
thumb never goes near there. I will only ever put my finger on the app's actual tweet and stop it on the actual tweet.
I see.
And if I'm reading something, I hide all those little buttons below where I can view it on my screen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm terrified. It's terrifying, man.
Okay.
You know what happens if you accidentally like something?
Oh, you're canceled right away.
Yes, it's not good.
You lose your job.
Yes.
Nice knowing you, Val.
It's not good. I know. You won't stick up for me.
Never heard of him.
Scrubs is the latest show to have episodes pulled from streaming services because of blackface. If you remember, this is all went down with 4 episodes of 30 Rock on NBC, and then 3 episodes of Scrubs, which starred Zach Braff, Donald Faison, and Sarah Chalke, are being removed from streaming services. The episode My 15 Seconds, My Jiggly Ball, and My Chopped Liver, all 3 episodes. One featured Zach Braff's character in blackface at a party, while another included Sarah Chalke's character in blackface during one of the show's signature fantasy sequences. So, like, how many more shows are they going to have to go through? Like, how many shows did blackface? I don't remember because I never watched Scrubs, but I watched 30 Rock regularly. And if you had told me that there was 4 episodes of 30 Rock that had blackface in it, I would have been like, come on.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through
4
all the shows from back in the day that I don't ever remember actually seeing blackface.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I was just that oblivious.
But it's all
those
happening.
shows.
Yeah. HBO Max has restored Gone with the Wind. But with this time around, there are disclaimer videos that accompany it. If you remember, it was pulled temporarily so they could sort of align it with other content that put it into context of the time.
Right.
And so what they've done now is the new video that is accompanying Gone with the Wind features scholar Jacqueline Stewart. And the second one is a 1-hour video recording of a panel discussion called The Complicated Legacy of Gone with the Wind. They explain that the film's history, including how the film's black cast members were not even allowed to attend the film's premiere, and that Hattie McDaniel was not allowed to sit with the other cast members when she won her Oscar. And Gone with the Wind can be, they say Gone with the Wind can be uncomfortable, even painful. Still, it is important that classic Hollywood films are available to us in their original form for viewing and discussion. So there you go. Disneyland has delayed the July 17th reopening as coronavirus spikes in California.
Oh, yeah.
And then don't even get me started on Florida. What's going to happen to the poor Blue Jays? They ain't got no home.
They got no Jays. The organization, a bunch of them tested positive for coronavirus.
Yeah, first of all, there's no Jays, but also there's no, like, where are they supposed to play?
Well, they want to play in Toronto.
Yeah, but the border, you can't fly people back and forth.
No, I know. So Major League Baseball hasn't given approval to that. The only other place they can play in Buffalo and then, like, one other place. I can't remember the other places.
But I don't even think it's baseball that can give approval. It's like it's the law that if you travel from the States, you got to quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I was talking to somebody who came back from another country because they were out during all of this.
Yeah.
And when they came back, and this is like 2 weeks ago, and they were told to quarantine for 14 days, and they check up on you.
Like?
Call every day. And they tell you at the end of every call, somebody may drop by your house tomorrow.
No.
Yes.
What do they say? Like, hey, like, where you at right now?
Those, like, they knock on the door. It's like when, in movies.
Oh, somebody actually shows up.
Yes.
When you said that they check on you every day.
No, they call every day. They call every day. And then at the end of every call, they inform you that within that 14 days, that somebody may show up at your house.
But how many times do we know? Like,
I don't know.
For that person, for example, did somebody show up?
No, but they didn't leave for fear that they wouldn't be there if somebody did. Remember those? Remember in like old like comedies back in the day when somebody would, marry like an illegal alien, and you had to prove that you were an actual couple, and then they'd come to your house and just start asking you questions, go through the closet, all this stuff, and quiz you. That's what it's like. It's like these random knock on the door. But they got a phone call every single day of the 14 days to make sure that they were at home.
You sure you're not at the beach?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what you do. I don't know. I don't know.
Sound
what
like
you
you're
do.
out right now.
I know.
Watching Baywatch.
I know, but those Blue Jays. Where's that Blue Jays story? Hang on here. Multiple Blue Jays players and staff tested positive for COVID-19. Multiple Blue Jays players and staff test positive for COVID-19. God, what a mess. And every NBA player is in Florida right now.
I know. Just cancel
and
everything.
Florida's, like, numbers are spiking.
Oh, bro. Let me tell you. And Jenna caught me watching this the other day.
Watching what?
I had it on Sportsnet.
Okay,
right?
okay.
And because there's no sports.
Yeah.
I watched at least 30 minutes of e-gaming, NBA 2K.
So you watch video game basketball?
I did.
Oh, wow.
And these guys are really good.
What, the players? Like the people, the kids, right?
Yeah, the people.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, do you root
Really
for the
good.
teams when you're watching? Like if you watch esports, this is what I want to know. Like when you watch esports and you watch esports like FIFA or NBA 2K or whatever it is, when you watch it, when you're a spectator, are you watching it and rooting for the team, or are you watching it and rooting for the kid controlling the team?
When it's one-on-one, I'm rooting for the individual.
You are?
Yeah. I'm rooting
Really?
for because it's the individual that's calling all the shots and like making all the plays.
I know, but I would just look at it as a basketball game at that point.
Now, if you really want to talk about e-games, because I watch a lot.
I don't, actually. Florida is an absolute mess, and you've been hearing about this all week, and it's crazy because younger Floridians are accounting for a significant number of positive COVID-19 tests. They added an additional 3,286 cases on Tuesday alone of this week.
Yikes.
So if you want to know part of the reason why Floridians may be more susceptible to COVID. Yes, everybody's cooped up, and yes, the weather's beautiful, and masks are a pain in the ass and everything else. But there's an attitude that a lot of people have, and maybe there's just more of this attitude in Florida. But listen to this report from citizens, from Floridians, pleading their case and testifying in front of council.
Oh, here's how the news story on CNN started, by the way.
At a commissioners meeting in Florida's Palm Beach County, anger erupted after a unanimous vote to make masks mandatory. This turned downright ugly. Here was the scene.
Okay, listen to this.
You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people. It literally is killing people. And we the people are waking up, and we know what citizens arrest is, because citizens arrests are already happening, okay? And every single one of you that are obeying the devil's laws are going to be arrested.
Okay, so there's that.
That's one.
That's just one.
Yeah.
Next we have...
The problem with humanity today is ignorance, arrogance, and apathy.
Okay.
Keep taking the road of least resistance. Keep listening to the TV brainwashing you from birth.
Okay. Here's another one.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it.
Okay. And followed by her is...
Sir, I really have many question marks about your degrees and what you really know. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't think that you are worthy of your credentials. And I would ask suggestively that you go back to school and get educated.
Right?
That's Florida just being Florida.
Oh, my God. And you wonder why. You look at these numbers and you're like, how is that possibly happening? And then you watch the news and you're like, oh, yeah, right. That's why that's happening.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it.
The Dixie Chicks are the latest band to change their name. If you remember, Lady Antebellum changed their name to Lady A. And yesterday, the Dixie Chicks...
Wait.
Yeah.
The Chicks.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just messing around.
Yeah, that's what they're called now. Removing the reference to the Civil War era South. So the Chicks, as they are now known, also released a brand new protest song called March March. Justin Bieber files a $20 million defamation suit against sexual assault allegations by two people online, the two Twitter users, Danielle and Katie. Justin claims that he has, quote, indisputable documentary evidence to prove that their claims are outrageous and fabricated lies. Danielle claimed Bieber assaulted her at the Four Seasons Hotel in Austin, Texas on March 9th, 2014. But Bieber says that he can prove that he was not at the Four Seasons Hotel that night, and he was with his then girlfriend Selena Gomez after playing a show at South by Southwest. He speculates that Danielle made up the story based on news reports that he had ate at the Four Seasons the next day. Katie claims that Justin assaulted her in New York City in 2015, which he says is also factually impossible and again made up based on public reports. He believes Katie is a super fan who waits outside his hotels for him, but he has never met. He also believes that the accounts may be run by the same person or coordinated in some way, and he's suing $10 million for each of their stories.
Now, do you think that total of $20 million was more of a scare tactic, that maybe this one person running the two accounts, or if it is two people, would be scared off by $10 million each and just drop the lawsuit altogether?
Well, there's no lawsuit on their part.
Or
They
drop,
just did
not
nothing.
lawsuit. Drop the allegations. Sorry, the
Yeah, well,
allegations.
that's the whole thing, right?
So I wonder if it's just a scare tactic.
Yeah, but you can disappear. People don't even know who they are, right?
No, I know.
Yeah.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
As we always do, to start off, Ask Roz and Mocha. Let's get to Aaron, who's on the phone. Hello, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
What is your question for everybody in the room and everybody listening?
So my question is, if you could remember a memory you forgot, what would it be? So it could be a memory that you were too young to remember, and you just saw it in the photos and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Because in my head, I'm like, God, if I could remember a memory that I forgot, what would it be? But I'm like, but I don't know what that is because I forgot it.
Yeah.
What would your answer be? What's your answer, Aaron?
So mine is a little bit more sentimental. It'll be a moment with my mom. My mom passed away when I was around 9 or 10. And so there's like an old photo of her and us, like the whole family, and we were at Disneyland.
What memories do you have of your mom? Because 10 is enough to have some memory, but nothing really substantial,
Like,
right?
how old are you now, Aaron?
I'm 29.
Okay.
Yeah. How much do you remember? Just a few things, right?
Yeah, I don't remember too much.
Yeah.
The one thing I feel bad about remembering is when she was still at the hospital.
Yeah. Those are the ones that you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks, man.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, I would say, stuff like that. But it's interesting because, like, there are things that I forgot how to do. You know, there are things that, like, when it comes to a memory, I just remember certain things would make you so happy when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, when you grow up and you sort of go through life, things don't give you that joy anymore. Like, you lose that Christmas morning when you're 7, kind of joy, like just that overwhelming feeling of just magic, right?
Yeah.
Like, you lose all that. Like, you just don't have those feelings. You rationalize things. You're more educated about things. You're busy. You got bills. You got all this stuff where you just don't allow those just pure moments of joy to just take over and consume, your whole body. And I don't know when the last time I felt like that was.
Yeah.
I remember sort of feeling that way and what that anticipation was like, but I don't remember when I last felt that way. And I think that it would probably go back to something like that, where I could just have one of those kind of magic moments again to just know what that kind of joy feels like.
See, with us, it's funny that you bring this up, Aaron, because our 3-year-old, he's so playful and so active that when I see the look on his face when he does certain things, for example, he's got this little pinwheel, colorful pinwheel that's in the garden in the backyard. And every time the wind blows, it spins around and around and around and around. And you see the colors flying everywhere. Yeah. And when he sees that happening, his eyes light up. And he's like, Daddy, look at the pinwheel. And he gets like so much joy out of that. Or the other day we were in the backyard playing baseball and I was tossing the ball to him. And every single time he hit the ball, and he's pretty good. Yeah. Every time he hit the ball, he's like, Daddy, I did it. I hit the ball. Yeah. And I get so proud. And I'm like, oh man, I wonder if I'm sure I have felt that way or have done that, like, playing with my dad or my parents. Like, I don't remember. I don't have those memories.
That's the thing, right?
It's things like that. The other thing I was thinking of is I wonder what like my first day of school would have been like. Like I'd like to remember.
So nervous.
I'd like to go back and try to remember, or if I had the ability to, have that as a memory. It's all stuff that when I hear your question, Aaron, I think of all things from when I was a kid that I know for a fact now I don't completely forgot, right?
Yeah. I have very little memory of a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah. And I've sort of come to terms with that. Maury?
Oh, for me, it would be, I would love to remember times with my papa.
Your grandfather.
My grandfather.
Right.
Because I've seen pictures and I've heard stories. We used to go bug collecting and stuff like that. And, he used to always make me like, soup, and I'd sit with him while he was smoking and have the soup. And I
How old were you when he died?
1987.
So how old were you when he died?
I don't know.
Maury wants to go back and remember how old he was in 1987.
Hey, Aaron, thanks so much for your question, bro.
Maurie's going to use that
No
one
problem.
wish
Thank
to get
you.
out of a math question in 2020.
I was also gonna say, like,
Thanks, brother.
What were you gonna say?
I was also gonna say, like, I would love to remember like early tastes.
Sure, yeah,
like early tastes of cake or milkshakes and
Like
stuff.
the first time you tasted those things?
Well, because I've seen pictures of all my birthdays were at this place called Lime Ricky's, in Toronto, where it was like a malt shop and milkshakes and stuff. It'd be cool to just remember what things tasted like.
Sometimes it's bad, and we've talked about this before, where I had such fond memories when I was a kid of Campbell's tomato soup. It was my favorite thing in the world. I would eat a can of that every single day with a grilled cheese sandwich or a tuna sandwich or whatever it was for lunch. And that was like what I did as a kid. And then years later, when I was well into my 30s, it was winter and I didn't want to go to the grocery store, and I went to the corner store up the street and they had very little in there, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to just like relive a little bit of my youth, and I bought a can of Campbell's tomato soup, and I prepared it the same way that I always did all those years ago, and I got my sandwich ready, or pieces of white bread and butter, and I sat at the table and I took one bite of it and I spit it in the bowl and I threw it out. Because it was all sugar. And everything that you ate when you were a kid, there was so much sweet coming into your life that you didn't know when you were eating other things that were that sweet but shouldn't be that sweet. And it tasted like ketchup. And I remember I was like, God, this is terrible. Like, it's absolutely ruined all my memories. It ruined all my memories of those wonderful lunches that I had home at school watching Gilligan's Island or whatever the hell you would watch when you came home for lunch.
Show.
And yeah, so sometimes going back and putting yourself back in those moments doesn't do you any favors.
But sometimes smells like scare me because they remind me of memories from the past. Like the smell of Duotang scares me because it reminds me of school.
Right. Yeah, sure. That happens
a lot.
a lot.
Duotang.
Yeah.
Raphael has a specific question for Dammit Maury. If Dammit Maury was a magician, what would his stage name be?
Ooh. Mr. Where'd It Go?
Mr. Where'd It Go? That's what Matthew calls you.
Mage asks, if you weren't able to have coffee or tea, what would be your preferred morning beverage?
Ooh, like a hot chocolate, maybe?
Oh, too thick.
Yeah. And sweet, too sweet.
So no kinds of tea then, right?
Yeah,
like
none.
no kinds.
Like an orange juice, maybe.
No kinds of coffee.
I like smoothies, and I like, what do you call it? Like cold pressed juice. I'd have that. I have no problem having either of those.
I would probably have a glass of hot water.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
One, I don't mind drinking hot water at all.
Oh, I guess. I drink hot water with lemon every now and then.
Yeah, I don't mind drinking hot water. I like that warmth. I need that shock to my system in the morning.
Yeah.
I need something hot. It gets me going, if you know what I mean. Right?
You know what gets you going?
What's
I'll
that?
tell you right now.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Hot water and lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
See,
if you don't
that
drink
cleans
it,
you out. That
if you don't drink it,
cleans you out.
If you don't drink it quick enough, it's no longer hot.
Well, no, I drink it the same way I would drink a coffee.
I'm just saying. Scientifically.
Yeah, but I would drink it the same way I drink a coffee. Like the same rules apply. I know the rules of coffee. I've had many.
Max asks, if there was one thing you could change in a movie or a show, what would it be? For example, would you save Batman's parents? Or what would happen if Michael never becomes the Godfather?
Oh, like the Titanic didn't sink?
Well, you'd have to change real life.
They would just have gone on a cruise.
Yeah, but you'd have to change real life. That didn't just happen in a movie,
It's
more.
just an old-timey cruise.
Yeah,
completely.
No, but then the two of them would fall in love and then we would never have that argument of the door.
But then you couldn't call it Titanic.
No.
Why? It's named after the boat.
Call it a cruise movie.
Like something that I'm unhappy about, or something that I think that I could make better if I did it a certain way.
Or just to alter the movie in general.
Or to alter the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like mine, immediately I think about Back to the Future. And what if Marty, when he went from 85 to 1955, he was not successful in making it back to 85, and he just got stuck and had to live the rest of his life in 1955.
Or the lightning never struck the clock tower.
But then what happens though? This is where my mind starts going all twisty here. So does Marty hook up his parents in 1955, but just can't get back to 1985?
Correct.
So then Marty would be their parents' age, but there would also be a young Marty in 1985.
Sure.
Right?
So then what is Marty, just a roommate?
He would just be,
Marty would just
be his parents' age.
Marty would
Calvin
just be
Klein,
Marty or
That's what I mean.
Calvin
So
Klein.
Who is he to them? Just like a friend or a roommate?
A roommate to who?
To the
He doesn't have
parents.
to live with them.
Why would he live with them?
Because where is he living?
He would have to be
I
on
don't
his
know,
own.
somewhere.
Did all the guys that you met in high school live with you?
No, but they had their own home.
Who had their own home?
All the guys in high school that I met.
Right. But why would Marty?
Because he went back, right? So he went from 85 to 55.
But
He didn't
why-
have a home.
But why would Calvin, they're just going to take him in?
Well, if he's like, yo, I have nowhere to go. And I
They'll
have no
just
money.
go live with Doc.
But they don't
because
know that.
He told everyone, he told Lorraine that Doc was his uncle. So you would just assume that he would go live with Doc.
Right.
Because Doc's the only one that knows that he's from 1985.
Yeah.
Like, why would he go live with George and Lorraine in either of their parents' house?
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Because they both lived at home.
Yes.
So first he would have to go live with George's family, and then when George and Lorraine got married, he would move out with George into the apartment with Lorraine.
You see how this is weird?
And like what? He would babysit Marty when they went like on date nights?
Babysitting yourself.
Okay. Yeah, you're whack. Now you're whack.
What about you? Which movie?
Nah,
Ross?
nothing. Stupid question.
Okay, Christina says, I have a question to go with the lottery conversation from your last podcast.
Oh,
so
God.
let me recap. Episode 143. So not necessarily the last podcast, but it was episode 143. And in the news, we did the story. If you won the lottery, would you split it 50-50 with your significant other?
Okay.
According to a recent survey, 1 in 6 people say they'd quickly end their relationship to keep all the money to themselves.
Right.
And of the people who want to stay in their relationship, a quarter say that they wouldn't do a 50-50 split, okay? So that's what we talked about on episode 143 of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. So Christina continues and says this. If you were to win the lottery and decided to share/gift a portion of your winnings with you and your significant other's families, would you give the same amount per family or the same amount per person, even though one family may get more than the other?
I think everyone would get a different amount.
I would say
Interesting.
one lump sum for the family.
And they split it up.
And then they do what they do with the money.
But what if it's two sides of the family though? Like you're gonna have your family and Jenna's family decide amongst themselves?
No. Sorry. My family will get one set amount. Jenna's family will get one set amount.
So who decides within that group who gets what?
They figure it out.
How do they figure it out?
That's their problem. I don't know. I'm being generous to give you guys the money.
But you're giving it to, so you just wait. So you tell your mom, dad, and your two sisters,
yes,
here's a giant pile of money.
Yes.
Do whatever you think is right with it.
Yes.
I think that's a terrible idea.
Why?
It's a terrible
It causes
idea.
a huge, you're causing a war.
It's a terrible, why would you put that pressure on them and cause a rift between them?
So then I have to say, okay, Dad, you get this amount. Mom, you get this amount.
Yes.
Laura, you get this amount. Lisa,
Correct.
you get this amount.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
that's the only fair. That's the only way to do it. And if you want it to be all fair across the board, right?
Oh, then divide it up by whatever grand total it was.
Right. Yeah. So
Sure.
if you want to do that, that's fine. But you may wind up in a situation where let's say Laura decides to be the one to step up and say, okay, I'm going to figure this out, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, but mom, dad, I get a little more than you.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Right?
How dare you, Laura?
Okay, I'm just
Why
saying.
would you do that to our parents?
I know, I'm just saying.
Okay, so I changed my
Right?
answer.
Yeah, I don't think you can put that on them. I think that's
us,
too much.
We've thought about we would put money in an account for my brothers Daniel and Kyle and tell them this is how much you will get at some point so that you don't waste it now.
Okay.
Like we would put it for their college or something, but they can't have it right away.
Okay.
That's what we've discussed.
But what about your dad?
We discussed that we would pay off their mortgage.
Okay.
Right.
And then what about Matthew's family?
We would give some to his stepmom so that she can go live in a nice big house.
Okay.
Take from that what you will.
I gotcha.
Okay, Lucienne says, hello from Paris. Bonjour, Lucienne. Roz, you talk about how you make these awesome dishes, but what is your secret to making the perfect French fry? Do you buy frozen or do you make from your own potatoes?
Okay. It's okay. So this is tough, right? French fries are a tough beast to make because if you want perfect French fries, you need certain things. Okay. I'm sorry. French fries, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
French fries cooked in an oven are not French fries. Okay.
What if you don't have that thing?
Okay, but I'm just saying you're then at it's roast potatoes at that point that look like French fries.
Okay.
That's what they are. They're delicious. They're fine. They're
Even
good.
the frozen ones?
No, but frozen ones, I'll give you maybe they're a little bit French fry, right?
Because we take the frozen ones, like the
Yes.
McCain's frozen super fries,
Yes.
and we toss those in the oven.
So my thing is this: if you don't have all of the things, okay, I would much rather eat frozen fries done in an oven than I would somebody who cut up potato and stuck them on a sheet and put them in the oven.
Okay, yeah, because you're right. At that time,
Yes.
it's roasted potatoes.
Right. Now, so most times I will just do frozen freezer fries.
Yeah.
But I will also do freezer fries and I'll put them in the deep fryer.
Ooh.
Right?
And they're already fried.
Yeah, they're already fried.
So you're double frying.
Exactly. Okay, so I will do frozen fries in the deep fry. I like my fries on the thin side. I like the shoestring fries. Those are my favorites. McCain right now, I always buy the 5-minute fries.
Yeah.
The super thin ones where you throw them in the oven, 5 minutes, they're done. 5 minutes, you have French fries.
But
Is that not
less
the greatest
taste, though,
invention?
no?
Is that not the greatest invention ever?
Those are the ones
5
we
minutes.
have.
5 minutes and you got French fries.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
My kid loves those.
Yes. Okay, so
I like the wedges though because you get more taste.
I hate those aren't French fries.
Those are wedges.
Those are wedges. Now, the trick to
I would argue that
they're not French fries though. They're
But they're
potato wedges.
but they're but you're still cooking it the same way.
No,
right?
but it's a potato wedge. It's not a French fry.
Okay, fine. Go on.
Okay.
We'll agree to disagree.
No. We agree. We've all agreed that you're wrong. Okay?
A wedge is a wedge, a fry is a fry.
Thank you. Yes.
End of
All right.
discussion.
Thank you very much. Okay. A donut is a donut and a bagel is a bagel. They look the same, two different things.
Okay, if you're cutting your own fries, do you use the Starfrit French fry cutter?
No. So if you're doing fries, if you're
know what I'm
doing
talking about?
No, I have no
Can
idea.
you stop interrupting the man?
If you are going to do fries, there's a couple of different ways to do them. Cutting them, soaking them, drying them, and then half frying them, taking them out, drying them off, letting them sit, refrying them again, taking them out, letting them sit, throwing them back in for a third fry is a way to get like a really good, perfect French fry.
You're triple frying your fries?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long does that take?
Because you can't cut French fries out of a potato and throw them in the deep fryer and pull it out and expect it to be anything that even remotely resembles a French fry.
Do you season it beforehand?
What's that? No.
Or you just like triple fry them?
Yeah.
And then you season it after?
Yeah. So you put them in, right?
Yeah.
You like 1/3 cook them. You can do half and half. I prefer 1/3. Cook it for a third of the amount of time. When you take it out, it's going to be a little bit soft, not even remotely dark. There's no coloring, no burning, whatever. They're just going to be floppy. You take them out, you let them cool, you dry them out, you put them back in the deep fryer for another quick fry, take them out, put them on a rack.
How long
let
is
them
this
cool.
process?
This is what I'm saying. This is why French fries, to get really, really great fries, it's a pain in the ass.
So it takes you less time to eat them than it does to make them.
Way less time. Way less time.
Yeah, that's why I'll stick to my McCain 5 minutes.
That's why. So in a pinch, right? In a pinch, and freezer fries, you can buy some really good freezer fries. There's some really good freezer fries out there.
Now let's talk wedges.
Okay.
I love wedges, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, they have a new frozen one now, which is drive-through themed.
This is what?
They're drive-through frozen fries from McCain, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to taste like, I call them like car fries, right? The ones you have in the cup holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because, and then they also have steakhouse fries. They're supposed to taste like the steakhouse fries. They have pub fries, which are supposed to taste like pub fries. I guess there's a difference. But I'll tell you one thing that I will never do when I make a French fry. Never, ever, ever, ever,
Okay,
ever,
hold on,
ever.
wait.
Okay, go.
Let me guess.
Yep.
The one thing.
The one thing I will not allow.
It's not nothing to do with ketchup,
if
right?
I'm making a French fry. No, we all know my stance on ketchup. My one rule for French fries.
I got it. I know.
My one rule for French fries.
Exactly. And tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
The one thing Roz will never have on his French fry is skin.
Correct.
Really?
Yep.
I knew it. I knew it. No skin on the French
No
fries.
skin on French fries.
See, I love skin on French fries.
No skin on French fries.
Just bare fries.
Bare fries.
That's why I love wedges. They're skin.
It's not a French fry, though. That's a potato.
I don't mind. Maury. How long ago did we say a wedge is a wedge, a fry is a fry?
Yeah.
I don't mind a little bit of skin on the French fry.
Yeah.
I don't mind it at all.
Yeah. See, if I'm out, like if I go to like a chip truck or something like that, and that's how they do them, I will eat them. But if I'm making fries, I will never.
What kind of salt do you use? Like a nice
sea
truffle?
salt?
Like a truffle salt?
No. God, more enough with the dumb questions.
That's not a dumb
truffle salt?
I have that at
on
home.
French fries?
That's what I do.
Oh, you're gross.
On my wedges.
That's not a fry.
Again, a wedge is a wedge is fry. Okay, Natalie asks, what's your most memorable / favorite hangout spot when you were a teen and why?
Oh, the back hill.
I'm so curious. Why the back hill? What went on the back hill?
Oh, so this is like at school or whatever, right? Like all the cool kids went to the back hill, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And it's where you would sit with a girl in between your legs or something, or you'd make out. Or for me, I would just hang out with other kids that were cool. They were making out, and I just sort of sit there and be like, hey, what's up?
So hold on here. So how many other how many kids were paired up there? Like how many groups of twos were there?
There'd be like 12 groups of twos.
Okay, so
There are
24
kids?
kids making out?
Not all making out. Like some of them were just sitting there. One guy would be drawing.
That's an orgy. So you just walk into somebody's orgy and be like, hey, what's going on?
And one person sitting there drawing the whole situation?
Yo, the back hill, man. That's where it's at.
Okay, so okay, it's super weird. So why would you go there though? Like, is that where you're like? Were these your friends?
Where else am I going to go?
Would they hang out with you, or were you?
They let me sit there.
Okay, but no. But honestly, like, would you talk or no?
No, we would talk. I would sit with the guy that was drawing.
Oh, okay.
So it was you. Okay.
Some people that went to the back hill.
So it was you, and then the guy that was drawing, and then 24 kids all making out.
Or hanging out or cuddling. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like the kid, you'd have the girl in between your legs.
Yeah, I get that.
The cuddle hill?
I get. I got Maury looking at me.
I can't with you.
I'm in my mid 40s. They're like, like when a girl's between your legs. You know what I mean? You get that? I have a child, Maury.
So what would you do? You would sit there and
I
do
eat
what?
my lunch.
And
You would eat your lunch. Okay. So there's 24 kids there, paired up, and they were all making out, and you're sitting there eating your lunch, and then there's another kid there drawing the makeout session?
Drawing what was going on, yeah. And he put it in the yearbook.
Snitch. Now, was this hill, was it close to, you liked it and you went there because it was close to where you lived, or it was close to where you went to school?
No, it was in the schoolyard.
Oh, it was in the schoolyard. Oh,
so there's the back hill and then
Okay.
the front hill. So the front hill is where like the losers went.
Oh, okay.
Like I should have been there, but I went to
Okay.
the back hill because I'm like, well, then maybe, like that's where all the cool people are, right?
Now, were you interested in girls at this point or no?
No, I liked the guy that was drawing.
Okay, but did you know you liked him?
No, I just was like, hey, this guy's kind of
You
cool.
just enjoyed his company more than like you weren't into.
He was a really good drawer.
You weren't into pursuing girls. Did you ever try to hook up on the hill
with a girl?
Yeah.
No. I've only ever had a crush on one girl.
Yeah.
In middle school, Dina.
Right.
I still have her bus card at home.
Wow, that's super weird, man.
You're 43 years old, man.
Super weird.
Like, come on, bro.
That's super weird.
Let it go. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Guys, when you meet girls when you're 12 and you keep all their stuff until you're 40? You know what that's like, right? No, that's weird.
Wait, you don't have your first crush's bus card?
No. I don't even remember who my first crush was.
Do you have like a memorable or favorite hangout spot?
You can't say the
when
back
you were a
hill.
teen?
Jeez, man. Yeah, I think my buddy Evan's basement was really the spot. his mom never went down to the basement. She never, ever set foot down in the basement.
Why?
Never, because that's just where the greasy boys hung out.
Oh.
Like she would shout down from the top of the stairs, but his mom never came downstairs.
Oh, wow.
So there was never any chance of like a mom coming downstairs.
What happened
so,
to the basement?
His older brother had like porno down there, and we'd watch a lot of videos, and we'd smoke cigarettes.
Oh, wow.
And I remember that is where we made, I think I've talked about the bet before, where this is where we made the bet. And the bet was during the 1988, was it 86? When was the Ben Johnson race? Was it 88?
88, yeah.
So, okay, Seoul, right?
Uh-huh.
So we were watching the Olympics, and it was the 100 meters. And at the line was Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis, right? Those were the two odds-on favorites. And we made a bet of who was going to win. And I said Ben Johnson, he said Carl Lewis. And the stake was whoever lost had to lie on their back on the ground and let the other guy bare ass fart in his mouth.
Ew! Oh, God, that's so gross!
Okay.
Ew!
Okay. So we sit there and we watch the race.
Uh-huh.
And we all know how that race ended. Ben Johnson crushed. So my buddy lies on the ground. I pull my pants down. I squat over him, and I get a good one, and I bare ass fart in his mouth. Right?
That's so disgusting.
What happened within the next 24 hours of that race?
Well, Ben Johnson, you found out was on roids.
Right.
And then Carl Lewis was declared the winner.
Thank you.
So then he got to fart in your mouth?
No, he never did.
He never did?
Never
Can we
did.
please have him on the show to do it?
No, never did.
Did he try?
Never did.
Did he bring it up?
Never once did I even entertain that conversation. And then I tell you, about a month and a half after that, and before school started, he moved to Nova Scotia.
No!
Okay, so my job is to find a Carl in Nova Scotia.
Yeah. First of all, that's not even his name. You misheard me. So.
Oh, man. My favorite hangout spot as a kid or as a teen is always going to be the mall. Where I grew up in Scarborough, it was always Scarborough Town Center.
Always.
That's my favorite
in the mall
spot.
did you hang out? Food court?
Food court. Hell yeah. Everybody hung out in the food court.
I didn't have a mall, right? That's why we had to fart in each other's mouths in Evan's basement.
That's so gross. Every week you'll see
Hold
on
on.
Instagram
Can I go
at
back to one
Kiss925.
question?
Yeah.
I want to go back to that movie question.
Okay.
The one where if you could change anything in the movie.
Right.
What about Star Wars when he goes, Luke, I am your father, and then Luke's like, hey, that's cool, and then they went and like hung out together and became friends. What if that's how Star Wars went?
Like if Luke said, yes, I'll join you on the dark side?
Yeah.
Well, then they'd go and dominate the galaxy and just destroy all the good guys.
Yeah.
I thought it would blow your mind.
Great movie, Maury.
Yeah, at the end. At Kiss925 on Instagram is where you'll find Ask Roz and Mocha. Fill up the comments section with your questions and we'll try our best to answer as many as we can.
And wedges are fries.
No, they're not. Thank you for listening. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.